Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. Happy Friday. Welcome on into the tournament. Part 5, round of 32, part 1. I forgot that I need to load my settings, because that is very important. Welcome on into the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Friday on this smoky Friday afternoon. I just loaded this. Alright, cool. Double check. Nope, not play now. I don't want to use real people. This is the Mascot Tournament, September Mascot Madness 2, Part 5. And I forgot that I actually need to use the bracket at this point because I don't have them written down and I can't read the bracket that I have above me because it's too small. Cool. I also apparently don't know where to look. Ha ha! Alright. Washington, you need to go up here, bud. Washington, going to be taking on, pardon me, Miami. Hiccup. Washington, taking on Miami. Happy 6 months, Bebasaurus Rex. Thank you for the sub. 6 months. Thank you so much. Hello. Thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Washington and Miami. This is our first game of the evening. We have 8 games to get to. They are right above me. I can use either hand now. Also, I'm a little bit bigger. Hopefully that's okay. So we're going down, top right down, and then, nope, top. We're going this way, right? We're starting, and then we're going all the way down. And then we're going to transfer over here and go top all the way down. So 4 hours of basketball action for you today. We'll check the quick settings. You're welcome. You're welcome. The basketball hoop for Washington got cut off a little bit. Is this correct? Do I have this in the wrong setting? Whoa. No, it's fine. Okay. Is that really how it looked? Maybe it's because it's in Florida. Maybe that's what's confusing me, is it's stretched all the way across. I don't know. Something about it just looks off. But I guess that's what happens when you don't do this for like an entire, I don't know, week and a half. Thanks, power outage. Alright, All-American, 10 minutes, baseline mid is our camera. We're going to Coral Gables, Florida for Washington at Miami. We'll get it started right here. Washington did not, I don't think I realized that they were ranked number 14. Again, I don't play, and I'm definitely a little off center, which means that I bumped a cord and it pulled my monitor a hair of an inch, fraction of an inch, and now it's all weird and now I have to fix it. So we'll do this and we'll go like just a smidge. Ooh, a turnover. We'll do that. I had it all set up. Now there's like a little gap. Sean. There. And that looks better. And do this. A 3 for Miami is up, but no good. Offensive rebound put back, and it is 2-2. For whatever reason, the crowd got really quiet. Washington scored exactly 1 basket, and they went, well, it's all over. We're never going to see the light of day. Victory is forever elusive as Washington splashes home a 3. The Huskies have an interesting situation. They have played a total, this is game number 8 for them. They've played in every tournament. They have won against Washington State in the first game of every tournament. Every time they get to the second round, they lose. So they currently have a record of 4-3, 3-3 before the tournament. As Washington swishes home another one. So we'll see if Washington can break the round of 32 curse. Swinging it into the corner 3 there. Miami looking for a little bit of a full court defense there. Nothing doing to stop the Huskies from scoring 2. Jamming it home, 7-4. Been a while since I've done one of these. This was supposed to be back on Labor Day, but there was a power outage. I didn't get to do it. So now we're behind. Now we have to catch up. That's okay. Hoping for some good basketball today. We saw 2 of the best games we've ever seen in the first round. The Georgia Tech game and the Florida game. Both fantastic. Hopefully we'll get some good basketball today. And then maybe Louisville will get eliminated. Because, dear God, did they crush Syracuse. 9-6 here. Washington up 3. That's a 3 for the Hurricanes, and they splash it home to knot the game at 9. Miami has some of the worst feet for checking to see if they have a 2 or a 3. Huskies have some better shoes. Back-to-back threes gives Washington back their 3-point lead. Huskies taking on the winner of the next game, which you can see above me. I can't read. And that would be Villanova at NC State. Let's see, who all do we have playing today? We have Oregon State. We have Texas. We have Maryland. We have Memphis. That's a good one. 3 for the Huskies off the left rim. No good. That's going to be a foul on the offensive rebound. Well, on the shot following the offensive rebound. I'll send him to the line for 2. That looked like it was going to miss from the angle that they switched to. And then it caught the right rim. But he can't get 2 of them to drop from that side. Washington not in the best position at the moment. They will have to play every remaining game on the road, which is just how it shakes out when you are in the top half of the bracket. Sometimes I do think about switching it up or flipping a coin or doing something like that, but then I'm worried that I'll input the score incorrectly or whatever. Maybe we can do that in a future tournament. Make sure that we've gone to all the stadiums. Washington, a little runner there that just doesn't work. So they'll have to take on either the Wildcats or the Wolfpack. Huskies versus Wolves on the road should they win. Obviously, as Miami makes a 3. Miami will have to be on the road as well if they are to win this game, which they currently are in the lead of. Nice block by the Hurricanes there. Powerful stuff. Get that weak garbage out of there. That's a 2. Gives the Miami Hurricanes a 4-point lead. So Washington looked good early. Hit a little bit of a bump in the road here. And Miami taking advantage. Washington working the perimeter here. Washington, I don't remember them shooting a ton of threes in the game against the Cougars. Maybe it was the Cougars that didn't shoot a ton of threes. They have this guy just dribbling out here. They have one guy moving around. One guy calling for in the corner. Finally under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. And all of that, and it's a 35-second shot clock violation. That ball got stripped at the last second, and there just wasn't enough time for Washington to get a shot off. So that is unfortunate for them. Pass deep in the paint there. And it is 19-13. Not exactly sure what kind of run this is for the Hurricanes. But Washington kind of stops the bleeding a little bit. Can't let Miami get too far ahead here. And you can't have 35-second shot clock violations. That is just absurd and embarrassing. Nice move by the Hurricanes under the basket. Flip it up and in. Lead back up to 6 for the Hurricanes. I think that's his... I think the 6 points is about as big as the biggest lead of the game. Huskies have been up by 3 a couple of times. Trying to work around that defender there. It looked like he had him shaken on that final move, but for whatever reason went back into the defender. Was able to draw a foul, so a positive play overall. But not what, probably not ideally what you're looking for. As the Huskies get a little bit of a full court press going on and turn it into some easy points. 21-19. 4 straight points for the Huskies in, that was what, 10 seconds maybe? 23-19 game. We have a white sock game here. And Miami turns the ball, or gets a turnover, excuse me. There were, oh my goodness, he just threw that up. Lunged into the defender, and that'll be 2 shots, excuse me, for the Hurricanes. I anticipate seeing number 4 come out at the change of possession, and that's exactly what happens. 2 personal fouls, 3 team fouls for the Huskies, so they'll call a timeout. I don't know if it's the best idea to call a timeout when you have a potential of like a fast break. Maybe advance the ball past half court, see if you have anything you can work with. Take a timeout after maybe trying to get an easy bucket. Guess it works out anyway. They threw it deep and was able to get an easy layup as the Huskies slid behind the defense. Huskies well known for their offensive basketball prowess. Oh my goodness. Through the contact. That's going to be the 4th team foul on Washington. And my goodness. Fought through it. Lead back up to 5. Was down to 3. Remains at 5. Seen a number of teams struggle with their three-point or free throw shooting, excuse me. Including Miami in the first game, but they were able to lock it down. I believe they played Georgia in the first round. 26-22 now. They were able to make sure that they didn't lose because of the free throws. 26-23. Center number 2 coming out for the Hurricanes. Washington going back to that little half court. Oh my goodness, a 3, and it is splashed home. Washington showing some fight here. They've been really effective when they've used their full court defense. Gotten a few turnovers, and I think all of them have led to points through the contact. No foul, but the shot is good. So 28-26. A bit of a high-scoring first half here. With 3 minutes remaining, we have a score that would normally be seen at the end of the first half. Quick pass inside. Again through the contact. Up and in. Harry, get out of the way. Move. Going all the way up court, Miami is. For no reason. Wasn't much of a fast break opportunity. It definitely works, so it's hard to argue too much. Huskies working around the 3-point specialist, perhaps. I saw it on the right side, but I did not see it on the left side if they ran that play. Huskies regain the lead, 31-30. 2:44 remaining, first half. I just realized that I forgot to update the brackets. So, pardon me, we will do that. We'll do that at halftime. That, weirdly enough, that's been the problem that I've had this tournament, is just forgetting to update the brackets. Off the rim twice and no good. Offensive putback is good. So 33-30. I opened up the tab and everything. I had it all prepared already. Pass inside. Hurricane over the Husky. 33-32. They're just trading 2-pointers here. Huskies did a good job of getting back into this game after giving up a bit of a run. 3 for Washington off the right iron, no good. I really only remember the Huskies shooting a couple of threes, and they were late in the game against the Cougars. And the Cougars just refused to shoot threes off the right iron, no good. Put back good, though. It looks like the Huskies have come out firing, because I remember the Huskies didn't shoot many threes, but the Hurricanes shot more threes, and I thought it was going to be an interesting comparison. But the Huskies have done just fine from beyond the arc. That's a block inside, out of bounds, Washington ball. I don't know why that Husky went for the out of bounds play when he clearly did not need to. It was obviously going to be off the Hurricanes. They're lucky that they didn't touch the ball last. There's a through coverage 2-pointer. That was missed. A nice putback, though, by Washington. 35-34. Excellent first half. Neither team's really gotten a good grip on the other team. Washington led early, consistently. Miami went on a bit of a run, got a 6-point lead. Washington worked all the way back, took the lead, had some key steals, some good plays, easy baskets. There's a nice rebound there. They had a guy wide open down by the. Oh my goodness! You could have parked a truck next to him. He was so wide open. I don't know what that means, but there was a lot of space, I guess, would be the answer. Now the Washington defender just gave up. He said, no, I don't want any part of this. He may be in some sort of foul trouble. Maybe that's part of it. Because it always looks weird. We see it pretty frequently where somebody's on a fast break and one of the defenders just peels off. But because all the models are exactly the same, there's no way to tell who's who. So if, for instance, that was Husky player number 4, Husky player number 4, who was in foul trouble, had a couple of them, that could have been him, and he said, I'm just going to give him the easy basket. Steal by the Hurricanes leads to a pretty decent look for them from the 3-point line. It is no good. Miami leads Washington 38-37. We'll be right back to this game after I update you or remind you what's going on with the brackets. Look at that. Giving you a good, clear cut edit, Sean. Good job. Good job. That's the wrong tab. Idiot. All right. Currently, in first place, we have the Beeb with 18. Unfortunately, their score potential is only 36. I am in second with 16, with only a score potential of 34. Redneck Girl is in third place with a score of 15, but the highest score potential of 137. Blind Guesses, brought to you by Harper. In fourth place with 15 as well. The only difference is that their score potential is 63. And finally, we have It's a Guessing Game with 13 and a score potential of 83. So we could look at almost the inverse when it is all said and done. Let me quickly double check. All of those are eliminated. Florida, Washington is important. Actually, I just realized Florida is still in. Georgia Tech, I believe, plays today. They sure don't. They sure play tomorrow. Gonzaga's the big one. Colorado, I don't remember reading them off. So, okay. Well, there you go. We'll have some big games tomorrow in part 2 of the round of 32. So, yeah, stick around for that. I don't need to do anything as far as the video footage is concerned. I need to push start on this controller. Thank you to our sponsor, Mountain Dew. They didn't give me any money. I just bought one. Welcome back to the second half, 38-37. As we resume action here, Washington getting the ball first. Putting up 2, it's off the left iron, no good. Miami rebounds, pushes it forward on the left side of the court. If you couldn't tell, I didn't know how to restart from our brief break to catch up on the brackets. 38-37, 1-point game. Hopefully we get a good second half. One of the things I've noticed is some of the first halves have been really solid, and then the second half has been not great. Usually just kind of dominated by one team. Or it has like kind of a lackluster like ending as Miami steals the ball away, ahead by 3. Oh my goodness, what a pass inside, and a nice shot there for Miami. So a quick 4 points for the Hurricanes in the first 45 seconds of this. A couple of turnovers here. Step up short somehow. Had a good look at it. Looked like he was going to be just fine. But nothing to. We have 2 Hurricanes just running into each other. 2 Ducks. Okay, they gave up. They quit. So this isn't working. Oh my goodness, Aaron's pass there. Just kind of floated on him. It's a 3-on-2 opportunity. Washington getting a good run at the basket. Jam it on home. There's a three for Miami. Splashing it home, 45-39. As we're into the second half. Clear lane for the Huskies. Going to get fouled. Looked like it was going to be really good. Nice defensive slide there by the Miami player. It was going to be an easy two, so. That's out. Totally fine. Totally fine. It was either going to be okay, scored 2 points from the free throw line. Good, missed one. Excellent, missed two was Washington. Working with that kind of full court press, getting another steal. They were looking for a quick three, it seemed, but good defense by the Hurricanes. And 4 quick points cuts the lead to 2. Washington backs off, works with a half-court defense, gets the steal anyway. That was a quick pause. 6 points. 6-0 run. Wow. Nice plays by the Huskies here. Getting some timely steals, making this game interesting in the second half. Because you'd really hate to have a dud after an excellent first half like that. Nice pass inside. The Hurricanes just can't get it to drop. They hit both sides of the rim, hung out there for a little bit, and just dropped off. Passes inside. Flip up and in. Washington 47. Miami 45. This is an 8-0 run for the Huskies. Give them a 2-point lead. Switching out for three. Nice. Nice play there by Miami. The defender for Washington did not do anything. Hands down, just watched him. Flipped up, no foul. Kind of a wily shot there. And yet again, a Husky defender kind of trails off the play and gives up an easy two, for the Hurricanes. So it is now 50 to 47, There's a deep three for the Huskies. Got it. What a nice play that was. Wasn't sure if he was gonna shoot it from that depth. It's one of those. That's one of those plays where it looks like the shooter overruns their like intended spot, and usually that means that they hold it, and it goes into some other offensive play. That time he pulled that trigger and got a clean look at a three. Nice shake and bake there. Got around the defender, only into another defender. Nice play by the Miami player. That guy, he's doing work. That guy not doing work. Too hard. Pass inside. Little finger roll. Ties the game up at 52. Been a bit of a slower paced second half here. It was 38-37. As I'm sure I said that, and now the points are really going to start going up there. Teams feel like they've been kind of scoring in spurts. Maybe it's not as low a score. Oh my goodness, what a block. Maybe it's not as low a scoring a first half, or second half, as I thought it was. 54-52. Oh, he's right on the line. Before I could even finish my sentence, he stepped out. Clearly before they called the foul, or the turnover. Working around that three-point specialist. Doesn't take a look that time. Doesn't take the look. That wasn't the best place for the passer to be in that situation. Shot just a little, or not enough mustard. A little short. Where I was trying to go with that. Remains a 2-point game. Kicks back out to three. Got him on the edge again. Works inside. Tries to go for the pump fake. Steal. Got a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Excellent defense by Miami. They do get a foul, but I'd say that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, fine. It was okay. It was okay. he at least made him make it from the line instead of getting an easy layup too. Washington working with that full court defense. They've been very successful with this. Not that time. Commentators curse. Kind of surprised that they went with it in a tie game. Usually we've seen Washington work with that when they're down. Oh, another foul. Third team foul on Miami. In the act of shooting, so we'll go to the line for 2. 56-55. 4 minutes even here. Second half, and finally Washington misses a free throw. I almost said Washington wishes a free throw. Free throw. 3-throw. Goodness gracious. 58-55. Washington's been really good from the line today. I don't know if that's a 3. It doesn't matter because it didn't go in. And instead it's just going to be out of bounds. The ball's got to go in front of the backboard there, buddy. I know basketball's new to you, but... Nice block inside. Turnover, Washington. Not much of a run that the Huskies can do here. Oh, just kidding. Found a nice little lane there. Offensive rebound. Flipped up off the left iron. Flipped up. 3 opportunities there, and they get it because of a goaltend. A goaltend on Miami. Basket counts. Washington gets a steal right off the inbound. Very nice defensive play there. Huskies. 2 quick passes inside. Flipping up, flipping in. 4 quick points gives them 1 point lead with under 3 to go. 59-58. This has been a very high scoring game. Stripped the ball away. Not as slow a second half as someone thought. We'll just ignore that he said that. I'll erase it from the edit. And he won't look like an idiot on the internet. Out of bounds. Washington ball. So Miami repaying the favor. Just shoot the ball in front of the backboard next time, forehead. That's a 3 for the Huskies. No good, but tipped in. Gives them a 3-point lead. 61-58. Points at a premium in the brackets. Doubles. Now each correct guess is worth 2. Forgot to mention that earlier. Second foul on number 42. Two team fouls for the half. Hurricanes still struggling a little bit from the line. This isn't exactly where you want to see it, but you are still only down 1 possession. Looks like they'll work with a little bit of a full court as well. Not quite what the Huskies were doing. Thus, it doesn't give them the same result. Be able to shake the defender. That's a deep 2. Instead, it's offensively rebounded. Put back in. 63-59. Huskies again looking for their first win against a team not named Washington State. They could get it against these Miami Hurricanes. Nice inside move there to score 2 points. 63-61. Quickly 65-61. Nice inside pass there. Got the defender out of the way, and easy layup for Harry Husky. Pump fake it to 3. Slides it in. Back out. Take that corner 3. It's just a little too strong off that back iron. Washington really had a good opportunity there, but wasn't as aggressive as you would have thought he would have been. Flipping it inside, but it's stolen away by the Hurricanes. They'll back out. A 2-pointer on this possession means that they don't immediately have to start fouling. That is exactly what they get. Not how they drew it up probably, but 2 points is 2 points. Now, there's 1 minute and 2 seconds as the ball is keyed in. There's 35 seconds on the shot clock. They have a lot of time. They'll get the ball back with about 27 seconds or so. Or Washington will take a shot way too quickly for no reason. Definitely worked out in this scenario, but it's a gamble you don't really need to take if you can eat 25 seconds off a shot clock and the game clock. Hurricanes have to go a little bit quicker here. Still looking for a good spot. Rattles around the rim, no good. Putback is put back authoritatively. Miami. Interesting defensive situation here. Under 30 to go. Washington up to 67-65. Miami, there you go. Start fouling. What I would have assumed that they would have done in that scenario is play a full court defense, try to get a turnover, or get a 10-second violation, which in essence is a turnover. But like, force the Huskies to throw a bad pass, get a turnover, 10-second violation, right? And then if they don't get the 10-second violation or the turnover, as soon as they cross midcourt, hit him with a foul. But instead they'd let him just kind of stroll up, not really do anything. Washington with a very nice 69-65 lead over the Hurricanes. 20 seconds. There's still time here. They need to go quickly. They got to get this 3 to go. 14.3 foul. Oh no. That was such a deep shot. That was so deep. 70-68. All right. This is what you've been playing for, Miami. Timeout. 13.3 seconds remaining. 71-68. Miami doing that dumb thing where they throw it way too far ahead to like a center. 10, 8. They got to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He didn't even get a shot off. Oh, you idiot. All right. Well, Miami went from having a pretty good finish against the Georgia Bulldogs to the worst finish we've seen so far. So good for them. Absolute failures. I can't believe it. Like, the game sometimes just gets stuck in animation things that it's trying to do, and it forgets that there's, like, you know, this cool thing called a clock. So here we go. We'll update the brackets. Washington 71, Miami 68. Didn't even give us an opportunity to go to overtime. But hey, maybe Miami just wanted to stay home. They didn't want to go to Villanova or to North Carolina. They thought, you know what? You go, Huskies. So the Huskies improved their record to 5-3. Picking up their first win outside of the round of 64. And Villanova, by the way, in the V's. As we look here at the Wildcats, taking on NC State. The Wolfpack. Wildcats, Wolfpack. Coming right up here. Oh, Villanova. Okay, Pennsylvania. So they only had to go up the East Coast. Why didn't you want to play Miami? All-American, Raleigh, North Carolina. North Carolina. By the way, All-American, 10 minutes. All that good stuff. As we are here in game number 2. That was a great game. That was a really great game that had a dud of a finish, which is unfortunate. The ball is tipped. Nova. NCS, North Carolina State. Now down 3. Villanova, big 3 there. We could have... Oh, we have a 0-0 on 0-0 matchup. Oh, my goodness. And no matter which team wins, they're playing Washington, which is also a 0-0. So we have Villanova, NC State, Washington. 3 0-0 teams. Trading threes here. And off to a hot start for both teams. Beyond the arc. Villanova working inside a little bit. And they'll get a 2 as I looked away. Oh, nice steal by Villanova. Fast break opportunity, but excellent defense by the Wolfpack. Not quite good enough, which means that it probably wasn't excellent, but good recovery. Excellent recovery. because he was definitely faster than that Villanova player, but Villanova got the correct position offensively, and I can't talk and remove a label at the same time, apparently. 9-6 here, as NC State scores either threes or nothing. Wildcats, on the other hand, a little more variety, I guess. Man removes label from bottle, forgets what he's doing. Foul. First foul for North Carolina State. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I did with my book of records and such. Two minutes gone, and we have 10 points for each team. Pardon me. Either of these, or when one of these teams meets the Huskies, we could have a very high-scoring game. The Huskies and the Hurricanes were both very quick and efficient from the floor, it seemed. And even when they weren't efficient like that, they were typically getting offensive rebounds. NC State leads here by 2 off the glass, and good. So 14-10 here. Quick four-point run for the Wolfpack. Giving them a 4-point lead. Villanova for 3. Got it. Both these teams good from beyond the arc. Dangerous pass back behind them. Right at that midcourt line. We have seen a couple of backcourt violations right in that exact area. Sorry, I'll let you rev your engines next time. My bad. Throwing it forward. Villanova couldn't get the lead. Instead, they'll give it back to the NC State Wolfpack. 2 quick passes. Gets a good position for an offensive rebound, but can't put it back. So Nova, opportunity to regain the lead here. Dangerously close to that baseline. We've seen that bandit show up before. Baseline bandit stealing possessions away from teams on offense. And stealing extra possessions away with like steals and blocks and stuff. Because, well, I guess that has more to do with the NPCs just wandering over and going, "This is my basketball, right?" Okay, he's like, "I got the ball, coach." You stepped out of bounds. But I got the ball, coach. We're good. Nobody in the area to get the rebound. Bounces out. Nova finally gets it. Now with a 1-point lead. Stripped away. Hard to get out of that animation once it starts. Hard to get out of that sentence once it starts. Get out of that. Oh, stolen back by the Villanova Wildcats. The double zeros reign supreme here. Could mean either team. Nice block. Nice block from NC State. Not able to get the loose ball, but still a very good block. Both teams look like they're slowing down a little bit here. Some turnovers, some sloppy play. Some missed shots here. NC State had a couple of missed putbacks. And teams that got off to a hot start slowing down as the ball is stolen away. Villanova was able to poke it free last time that happened. And this time they're just able to get a rebound, which is fine. Same result, no points. NC State has to play defense. The only difference is that the lack of fast break opportunity. Nova back up by 3, 19-16. Stolen away by Villanova. Flipped up, no good. Offensive rebound, out of bounds. in front of the backboard, folks. You gotta throw it in front of the backboard. Not that hard. You've been playing basketball your whole lives. Splash. NC State ties the game up. I guess I say that, and then like the best basketball player on the planet right now, LeBron James, has thrown it off the back of the backboard when they lost to Phoenix last year. It happens. Even the best do it. A couple of threes in a row there. One by NC State, one by Villanova. So the score differential remains the same. 3 points, 22-19. Fall away two. Too strong off that right iron. Winging it ahead there. Baseball throw. He needs to get that pass to his teammate, and he needs to get it there now. Almost stolen away. Loose ball doesn't go anywhere. Somehow Villanova did not notice that there was a wide open player down in the paint. Instead, they give that same player a wide open look at a three, and he missed it. And gives NC State, an opportunity for a fast break opportunity, which they take advantage of. 22-21. 3:04 remaining, first half here. NC State wins, they stay home to face Washington. Villanova wins, they go back home to face Washington. By the way, still can't believe that ending. Just a bonehead play there. Flipped up, no good. Short. Fall away is no good. NC State, 2 opportunities here, and they can't get any points. Villanova blocks it, so an excellent defensive possession there by Villanova. Getting a block, getting a couple of missed shots, giving themselves an opportunity on a fast break. Can't capitalize. Can cut the lead to 2 here. 1 if you're nasty. That is not the case. 25-23. NC State. The first stop here on defense as we approach the 2-minute mark. I think I just said what the time remaining in the half was. I do need to remind myself that I need to get the little bracket things ready for tomorrow's stream. Nova 27, NC State 25. Seems like this game's been a little bit of a ebb and flow to it. Scoring lots of points at the beginning of the half, scoring lots of points at the end of the half. And our tailed opponents here, working around. That is a deep 3 if he takes it. He elects not to. It's way too far outside. Whips it around. Looking for the 3 maybe. No one really in the paint. A lot of people near the perimeter. A lot of people on the right-hand side of the court. Thought the registered trademark logo was a shadow. Got confused. The 3 is no good. It's in a defensive situation there. Villanova. It's rare that you see the offensive player have to dive for the ball and get kind of in that weird animation where he's on the ground and has to throw it. 3 for Villanova. No good. The tip in, no good. NC State comes away with it. Working around the perimeter again. Start to move some players around here. Looking for that 3. No good. Offensive rebound, though. No good because he got absolutely smothered. Shot clock is off. 24 seconds remaining. First half. 4-point game. Neither Villanova nor NC State really putting very many players in the paint at all. Throws it up court for some reason. That time, okay, did work that time. Villanova kind of doing the same thing. They have a good look at a 3 there to end the half. Too strong off that left iron. So that'll end the first half of play. 31-25, Villanova lead. NC State. They just need to take a little page out of the Huskies book from the previous game. Stripped away, but nothing bad happens there. It just goes out of bounds, remains NC State's ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Just entering half number 2. 2 of 8 games today. That shot was ugly from the release. It looked like even if it had enough power, it was going to go too far left. Bad shot. That was also a bad shot. Didn't look quite as bad, and didn't end quite as badly, as Villanova is able to get an offensive rebound and put it back. The NC State crowd here quieting down as their team is now down by 8. There's a deep 3. Got it. Slices the lead down to 5. A couple of good defensive possessions. You're right back in it. Not that you're necessarily out of this game, but you just need... Oh, that's not helpful. That is not helpful at all. Just got to get back around outside. The question is going to start to become is Villanova can kind of just be able to ride this 8-point deficit to victory here. Or 8-point lead, I should say. Defensive foul. (38-28). Swinging it around. 3 for Villanova. Or excuse me, for NC State. I've had these teams backwards in my head for most of the game. Honestly, I thought we were in Villanova's home floor, but we have not been. Because I pointed out where they were from and I confused myself. See an opportunity for a 3-point play here. Not bored, I promise. Off the left iron, no good, but the tip in is no good, but the offensive rebound is good. That's a 4-point play. In the most absurd way. And one opportunity failed at a putback finally that goes down. The outstretched paw of the defender. And here it looks like we're going to have a game that's really good in the first half, but a little rough in the second half, as Villanova's really pulling away. 44-31. Crowd dead silent here in North Carolina. NC State having trouble getting stuff down. It was absolutely a 13-point game, by the way. There you go. Just need a few more possessions like that. Some good offense here, and you can get right back in it. There's a 3. That's what you need. 8-point game now. Villanova nearly just wandered out of bounds. That is a weird animation. I don't know what causes that. There's never anyone there. They just run out of bounds, and sometimes they actually run out of bounds instead of whipping it back across the court like that. And it's mind-boggling. We'll float pass over to the right side, back to the left. No one really in the paint. They just move one guy down there. Kind of sets a screen but moves back outside. He was clearly not facing that direction. Stripped away. Out of bounds Villanova ball. There are only 4 seconds on the shot clock here. Pass inside. What a lovely block. Get that weak stuff out of here, NC State says. Down by 8. They're taunting and flexing on the opponent. Villanova's like, who's in the lead right now? I'm sorry, what? Scoreboard? 44-36. NC State really needed to capitalize on that. Especially if you're going to give up that on the defensive end. You gotta be stronger on your own offensive side. You had an excellent possession. You forced the ball out of bounds. You gave them shot clock where you knew they were going to have to take it quickly. Got an excellent block. Just couldn't do anything. Then you give up easy points on the other end. Might be so long here for NC State. They were down as many as 13. They cut it down to 8. Now it's back to 12. And these games, they happen every once in a while, where you get a team that was competitive, and they were competitive. They were very competitive in the first half. They were down 6 at halftime. Stumbled out of the blocks in the second half. and now just kind of floundering. And Villanova's not really giving them much of an opportunity to catch up because they are playing well on the offensive end. And they're making free throws like that, so hard to argue. Shot is up and good. Here we go. As the crowd cheers on the Wolfpack. Working it around the outside. That was going to be close to an out of bounds. It is in. That one somehow did not roll in. I was going to call it like, oh, we better be careful, and he threw a pick before I could even do that. 50-38 off the left iron, no good. Tip in, no good again. They're throwing it all around the basket. They can't get it right in the middle. Too strong one way, too strong the other way, too strong the other way again. Working around. Shot missed by Villanova. NC State not able to take advantage of their good defensive possessions or bad Villanova possessions, as they proved me wrong on that one. Now they have to do it several more times here. We're starting to get into crunch time. Under 4 to go. Second half. 9-point game. Villanova with a 3. I'm sorry, that was a 2. Definitely was a 2. NC State cutting it back down to 9. 3 good defensive possessions, 3 threes. Or 2 threes, or 2 twos and a 3. A 3 for Villanova. Knocks the lead back up to 12. And it's just going to be, it looks like it's going to be the unfortunate situation where when Villanova's hot, NC State is hot. When Villanova's cold, NC State is cold. And it just, Villanova was hotter just a little bit longer on the offensive end. Oh my God. It's an absolute annihilation. But it is goaltending. Couple shots. Shot attempts. Finally one drops for the Wolfpack of NC State. 57-47. 2:38. Can't even get him to miss on a heavily contested, contacted shot. NC State has to get this to 6. 6 with possession before there's a minute left in the game. That is not going to help. 61-49. 60 seconds. 7 points. So 5 points. 1-3, 1-2. 2 good defensive stops. Let's go NC State, huh? Let's make this a good finish, huh? What do you say? 5-second violation. That is excellent. That is exactly what you need. I swear to God, if you throw a turnover. I won't do anything, but I'll be upset. There's a 3 for NC State. Oh, and they're making it kind of interesting. They're teasing me a little bit. They're saying, hey, Sean. Hey, buddy. Offensive foul. NC State, 2 turnovers in a row. Oh my goodness. It's 61-54. I don't think they need a 3 here. I think they can be, they'll take a 3 anyway. That was ill-advised. There we go. Take the 2. You're right where you need to be here. Working with a little bit of a full court press. See what they do. Do they turn this ball over again with a 5-second violation? No. They get that animation in super late. Not a ton of reason to foul. Do not foul NC State. Do not foul. You're good. There was no reason to foul there. You're only down. So you're only down 5. There were about 13 seconds left on the shot clock, meaning that you only had to last another 10 seconds with good defense to force a bad shot. Hope that they miss, and then you're still working with about 30 seconds or so. I would say that is very poorly done on the NC State side of things. For the love of God. They teased me. They said, we're gonna think about it. We'll think about making it interesting. We'll at least consider it, okay? And then they didn't. 64-56. Now an 8-point margin. A couple of big miscues there down the stretch for the NC State Wolfpack. A terrible time to start intentionally fouling, and then unable to get the defensive rebound on the second missed free throw. That one is, Jesus, God in heaven. You know what? It's okay. NC State, I'm going to say it, you don't deserve to move on. They gave up 6 points on 2 free throw attempts. Or, I guess technically 3, but... Alright, we'll start penciling this bad boy in, huh? Villanova. 67. NC State 58. I'll hold to make sure the score is final, and it is. And we'll just double check and make sure we have all of our ducks in a row here. 67-58. Villanova moving on to the Sweet 16. They will host the Huskies of Washington. So a tantalizing end that almost got interesting. And then very quickly wasn't. Game modes. Mascot game. We have Boston College taking on Wisconsin. I don't know how far I put Wisconsin in my bracket, but I'm assuming that I put them at least to the Sweet 16. Oh, just kidding. I put them all the way to the Elite 8. Okay, big game for me. I really need Wisconsin, or my bracket may genuinely be dead after this matchup. So let's go to Madison, Wisconsin to watch the Eagles take on the Badgers. I realized sometimes when I edit the best of, I need to give myself clearer intros. So if it sounds weird that I repeat myself immediately, it's just in case I need to cut this out. Then I'll need to cut this out. Shit. It's never ending. It's a paradox. Oh, dear God. All right, we're on All-American. We're going to Cole Center in Madison, Wisconsin. 10 minutes. Baseline mid. We get ready for game number 3. Coming up, we have Oklahoma at Louisville. Maybe the Sooners can pose a little bit more of a threat to the title defense of Louisville as the Badgers win the tip here. We have 1 against the stripe, so we have the W, single letter, and the shot that is missed off the side of the backboard. So not a great start for Wisconsin. Good defensive start for the Boston College Eagles. Almost stepped out of bounds. Got a block. Good defensive start there for the Badgers. Able to get the loose ball, so not a whole lot doing there, but still fine. Badgers working it around the outside. Little alley layup. We haven't seen very many of those, and that might be why. That was an ugly looking shot. Adjusted his shot on the second one in the air and just couldn't get enough mustard on it. Boston College leading 2-0 here. Badgers, a rocky start. Boston College looking good so far. Getting points both times they've been down on the offensive end of the floor. Wow, I don't know how he got that through. There were 2 Eagle defenders just like right there. Sliding it through, so that'll be 2, the first 2 for Wisconsin. Oh boy, the Eagles freaking out there. Working his way inside. Nice defense by Wisconsin. Had 3 guys there. Finally getting a defensive stop here. I say that like it's been like a really long time. It's been 1 minute and 35 seconds. And I'm like, oh man, finally. Finally. Feels like Boston College has scored for 73 consecutive possessions. It's like 3, man. Oh, in the corner, he is all alone. That is a wide open 3. You cannot leave him open like that. Or you can. I don't really know who that is. There's a deep 2 by Wisconsin that's no good. So 7-4 here. Early stages of the second half. Winner will have to go on the road and face either Louisville or Oklahoma. Somebody cool with their cool car out there, revving it up. They're like, there's not enough pollution in the air, and then they rev their engine. Check this out, Stacy. You like carbon monoxide? And she's like, you know that's like the bad one, right? Ooh, nice one. Or dioxide. Ah, shit. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Neither does Dave, our friendly engine rever. That felt meaner than it sounded for some reason. 9-6 here. Let's focus in on this game. Too strong off that back iron. Working around the outside. 9-6. Stepped out of bounds. Baseline Bandit strikes again. And this time they get Bucky Badger. The Baseline Bandit gets Bucky Badger. They're best buddies. And they rev their engines together on Friday nights. Too short off the iron. Being an expert in things that are too short, I'm well aware of what that is like. Boom! Roasted himself. Will you not stand near the edge, sir? Maybe don't. Oh, don't do that either. I say maybe don't take backpedaling steps to, oh my goodness, a 3-point play. Maybe don't take backpedaling steps near the out of bounds line. Hope you have good court awareness there, buddy. Wisconsin off to a really bad start here. Boston College not off to that much of a, not much better of a start, but oh, that's a good play by the Wisconsin Badgers as his hand disappears into his head. We get the double celebration animation. But I guess you could say they're off to a better enough start with a 2-point lead here, 11-9. Swinging it around, way too deep, but the Badgers didn't get there with a good enough defensive effort, which gave him an opportunity to step into a 3. He didn't make it, but the putback was good. Wisconsin not doing a great job on defense. Gets themselves a good look on offense, though. This feels like a game where Boston College should be up a lot more than just 2. They're swinging it around for a 3 again. That time it's good. The defense was better and the shot went in. So I guess Wisconsin maybe has to not play good defense and give them open looks that they get nervous about. Oh, that's a goaltend. Barely, but it was a goaltend. That shot was not going to go in. There was not enough on it. Too much arc. But because it was on the downward, it will be a goaltend. There's another well-defended 3 that goes down. Okay, now Wisconsin, you need to change more poorly defended 3s, because that was the one that they missed, was the wide open one. Throwing it inside, Bucky Badger off the left iron, no good. Boston College, 6-point advantage here. Pretty sluggish start for both teams. Working it around. Back outside. There's another well-defended three. That one finally misses. Wisconsin comes away with a rebound. Kind of a one-on-one, two-on-two opportunity here. That didn't have enough on it. Did that weird thing. We see a lot of fouls on that shot. We also see mostly misses if it doesn't get a foul called on it. Somehow when there are foul calls, it's like, oh yeah, it went in. That's a 3-point play. Another 3 from Boston College. That one splashed home. And my dying bracket hopes are dying quickly here. With under 4 minutes to go in the first half, 22-13, 9 points, swinging around a deep threat shooter perchance. Not really. Not much of an opportunity. Excellent defense. Little alley layup again. That one goes. That was well defended by the Boston College Eagles. Shot up and good. So it's a double-digit lead here for Boston College. A lot of red on the floor today. Well, this game. Wisconsin not in a great position. Good defensive recovery. Kind of a double whammy there. Oh my goodness, stolen away. Oh God, my bracket. My bracket, it's all over. Don't forget. Winner gets a gift sub to twitch.tv/Shaunosaurus Rex. And if you're watching this later in any capacity, oh, offensive foul. Boston College doing a little bit of everything here. It's a solid chance that the only points that Wisconsin's really scored lately was that goaltend. If you're watching this later, by the way, either as a whole part or maybe this got cut out because it ended up being a really good game, the March Mascot Madness 3 winner will also receive a subscription to twitch.tv/Shaunosaurus Rex. So something to look forward to if you're into the basketball thing. Wisconsin looks like absolute poop out here. You know, there's just no other way to say it. You try to keep it, you know, fucking family friendly. You know, but sometimes you just got to tell a team that they are dog shit. Or I guess in the case of Wisconsin, Badger shit. Whatever that looks like. There's a nice 3 from Wisconsin. Perhaps if I had bought that book, Who Pooped in the Woods at Glacier National Park, I would know what Badger poop looks like. But I don't. Oh, I'm just kidding. It looks like whatever's on the court right now in the striped sweaters with the W on them. Oh my goodness. Quick pass, but he wasn't good enough to, or quick enough to get the shot up. Finally gets it to go. Wisconsin showing a little bit of life here. 27-20. 2 quick passes inside. Through the contact. Shot is up and good. Obviously plenty of time. There are enough games that we get in this tournament where the deficit is right around this number. Between like 8 and 12. And it just kind of stays in that. Stays in that vicinity. Maybe a team will get a run here, but they'll only get as close as 6 or 5. And then they'll quickly fall way behind. And might be what we're looking at with these Wisconsin Badgers as they are now down 11. Under a minute to go. Plenty of time. I do believe Boston College gets first crack at it in the second half. So something to keep in mind. If they go quickly, Boston College, they can get a 2-for-1 opportunity here. Or the Wisconsin defense can lapse and kind of just give them a 2-for-1 opportunity. Whoa, stop. Don't make noise, glasses. That's not good. It's not good when you try to move them up with your nose and you hear something like shift and you're like, this is bad. 33-24. Eagle freaking out. We've seen him do that twice in this game. Off the left iron, too strong. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's a deep 3. It wasn't really even close. So an ugly first half for the Badgers finally comes to a close. Mercifully, some might say. Down by 9 points to the Boston College Golden Eagles. That's a 3. And they are coming out firing in the lead just like that. Up to 12. Without any hesitation, the Wisconsin Badgers not doing a great job defending the 3. Not doing a good job running plays to get their 3-point shooters open. Screen pass. Or screen into a pass. That was weird. See what the Badgers have in store. Okay. That's not terrible. Not great. Not terrible, though. 36-26. For some reason, tried to set a screen to be a defender. Boston College got 3 shots up and able to get the third one to go down. It's always the last shot that makes it, you know. That one flipped up, but it's gonna drop. Did that go down? No, it did not. Yes, it did. It did go down. Wow, okay. Weird. We didn't get the celebration animation, and it's really hard to tell from this angle. My depth perception is not great. Boston College finally kind of defending the 3-point line. Working around the outside. There's a nice inside move. Lead down to 7. Wisconsin getting a few points here in a row. 5 to be exact. Working it inside. Back around. Not a whole lot going on in the interior. Back outside for 3. We're down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Badgers need to come up with a defensive stop here. They can't let him go that quickly or that easily in to the interior. He passed it back out. It ended up being a turnover. There's a nice jam home for Wisconsin. You think about maybe taking a timeout if you're Boston College. You've given up, 7 points in a row. 12-point lead down to 5. See if the Badgers can get a good defensive stop. The answer is no, because they fouled Boston College on the way up. So shooting foul, go to the line for 2. First one good, second one good as well. We're only a little over 2 minutes into this half. Been an exciting couple of minutes though. Boston College switching their defense, interestingly, to a full court. Oh my goodness, that was terrifying. That was almost a backcourt violation. He also didn't really have anywhere to go with the ball, so it was either going to be a backcourt violation or it probably was going to go into the animation where the ball gets stripped. But instead it was a very easy 2 points. Boston College lays off the full court defense. Here's a wild shot there. It's a little alley layup situation that he just flipped towards the basket and it just happened to go in. 7-point lead down to 4. 12-point lead, I should say. Down to 4. So we'll keep that number in mind as we get down to the end of into the game here. There's a big 3 for Boston College, and Wisconsin again sloppy on the defense there as his hands were down. Just gave him a free, clear, open look. And they don't even get their little loop around offensive player to the 3-point line. Not great. Not great, Wisconsin. He still came away with 2 points, so it's still a 2-possession game here. 5 points. There's an excellent defensive recovery. It looked like he was going to kind of slide off, lag off, but no such thing. Instead, came over, made an excellent block, led to some nice points there. Now down to a 3-point game, defensive possession, or one good defensive possession. I'm skipping words when I'm talking. making it hard to commentate here when you just skip a word or two. Nice steal by the Badgers. They're going to push it forward. You got a guy on the right. He's going to move inside, jam it home, and the 12-point lead all the way down to 1. Excellent second half here for Bucky Badger. I kind of thought they were dead in the water. Needed them to not be dead in the water for the mercy of my bracket. Boston College, nice jam there. They are showing some life here in the first half of the second half, a.k.a. the third quarter, a.k.a. a dumb way to say that they've been playing well. Working it around. Had an opportunity for a 3, but didn't take it. Had another opportunity for a 3 on the other side of the court. Did not take it. Passes it back outside. Sliding inside. Good defense by Boston College. Cutting that off. Defensive foul. It's going to give him a fresh 35-second shot clock. Defensive foul. So 2 fouls go against Boston College on that possession alone. One of them in the act of shooting. So he will go to the line for 2. A miss here. You could get a tip in to tie. Just kidding. Go with the make. Much safer. Come on, Badgers. As a commentator, I should be impartial. Only giving you my expert knowledge and analysis on the basketball game. However, I would like to win. And not that I can really do that. I need a lot of help. But what's not going to help is if Wisconsin loses. That's what's important. Wisconsin down 1, fouling Boston College. That's an interesting foul there. It might have ended up being out of bounds, but it also might have been an easy 2 points because the foul may have caused the player to go out of bounds and make it look like it was going to be out of bounds, but both free throws are missed, so it's kind of a moot point, even though I made it, so it's an important point because I was talking. God. Just imagine someone tuning into this and being like, look at that egotistical fuck watching people in mascot costumes play basketball. As Wisconsin takes their first lead of the game, maybe? Yeah, that would be the first lead of the game. I don't think they ever led when it was early. Gaining the lead, first lead in the second half, that's for sure. The 3 is no good. 50-49, Boston College scored a quick 2. The 3 by Wisconsin missed. So a 1-point game, quick inside pass. The defender completely out of position there. Nice find by the Boston College offense. Wisconsin was all turned around and everything. Working the guy around for a 3-point attempt. A little slow. Everything was just like a half second off on that pass. Wasn't clean. Didn't give him an opportunity to look. Now they're playing hot potato. Going to drive it inside. It's going to be off the right iron. No good. You'd hate to see a 12-point comeback erased here, but Wisconsin doing an excellent job at that. It's a nice rebound. You can tie the game here with a spicy 3. Yeah, Boston College tried to steal it there. Flipped off the back iron, no good. Boston College on a little bit of a run here. That's going to be 6 straight points for Boston College. And Wisconsin had that lead at 50-49. They're hitting a bad spot to be cold from the floor. That'll shake off the rust a little bit. Stop the run. Hopefully stop the bleeding here. If there's one thing we've learned, is that, let's rephrase this. If there's one thing that we've learned in this game that we should have already known, it's that you don't leave people who are good at basketball wide open for 3s. You just don't do it. Contested 3. See, you play defense on them, right? Then they miss the shot. 58-54, working it around. Wisconsin keeps trying to run the same play that Boston College is with that deep threat shooter, and Boston College has been up to the task of defending it every single time. And even if Wisconsin has had maybe a half second look at it, the way that their offense has been just a half-second slow has mitigated any sort of shortcoming on the Boston College side of things. So here we go, 90 seconds, 60-54. Wisconsin, I don't think they're going to get a 3. So what they need to work with is just some 2s. They need 2 good defensive possessions, 3 nice shots, or just take a 3 here. That's short, and it's a rebound. Okay, cool. Great. That wasn't even a good 3. That was a defender in your face. Okay, there we go. Check mark. Good defensive possession. Okay, that did not look like it was going to go, but that's all right. Cut the lead in half. Now, you technically don't have to foul here. You'll get the ball back with about 24 seconds remaining. You can work with that should you so choose. Now, a lot of that is going to be like rendered useless because the game tends to have the offense shoot quicker than normal. And of course, as I'm saying this and trying to explain it, the game gets broken. Gets stuck in this weird spot down low. Now, this is a benefit to Wisconsin in that they did not do any intentional fouling. It's a negative because those shots do usually go down. So Wisconsin needs a little bit of the Miami magic that they had in the last one. That Miami blew, well, I'll be honest. There's a 3 that was way off to the right. That's a offensive rebound, and that one was no good. All right. Bucky Badger going down, taking my bracket with it. Killing and crushing and destroying all my hopes and dreams. They erased a 12-point deficit, but they were unable. Oh, and they're going to just call off the... Okay, cool. Great. Awesome. What? 2 shitty endings in a row. Cool. Fantastic. All right. Boston College. That's going to be a victory for them. 62-57. As the... What is that noise? Okay. There's like a high-pitched squeaky going on. All right, finally, for the first half of this, I should say, we have the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the Louisville Cardinals. Do you need to figure out who is home and who is away? The answer would be Oklahoma is on the road. Oklahoma Sooners pick it up. I believe they picked up their first win in the previous round. They are taking on a Louisville team that just destroyed Syracuse. I mean, just annihilated. To the point where, like, I muted my mic, turned off my webcam, and just left the room. I, like, just went to the bathroom and was like, okay, well, guess I might as well just take care of this whole situation. I'll grab my blowout book, I'll do all that stuff, and we'll just move on to the next one. But hopefully Louisville has a little bit more trouble in the next game, which is right now. Again, on All-American, we're going to Louisville, Kentucky. 10 minutes, All-American. And here we go. Final game of the first half here. We'll take a quick break. I'll need to go grab some water. My throat is feeling it. Sooners. Cardinals. I totally blanked. It's on the court and I blanked. Sooners with the 0-0. Louisville. I mean, honestly, if this game turns into a blowout, I'll just turn the camera off again and just be like, well, Louisville's going to win it, which is a little bit worrying because I'll need to maybe look into getting a different game. Out of bounds, Oklahoma ball, which was something I was thinking about today. A worst case scenario, because I don't want it to be too predictable. Worst case scenario, I can I can get like 2007 maybe and see how that plays. We could go back to 2009. The issue is I really like having Cincinnati and I like having Oregon. So maybe 07 is kind of that nice mesh of like a little more unpredictable. As Louisville misses a shot there. 2-2. They'll work with our full court defense, but as long as 07, I guess as long as 07 would be like unpredictable and also like have those two teams, that might be a good way to go. The problem is we'd have to use it on or play it on the PlayStation 2, so I don't think they put it out on the Xbox. The original Xbox, which is what this is being currently played on. I don't think it's on in the 360 version, which is unfortunate. Pretty sure I have the 360 version somewhere. I don't know if I looked in that one. It's a nice shot inside. So OU tied up with Louisville here. Oklahoma coming off a tough game against Michigan State. A game that I think went into overtime but wasn't that exciting. Or maybe just had like a more lackluster ending. Nice block there by good old Boomer Sooner. There's a nice shot from the Sooners. And I think for the first time in this tournament, Louisville is behind. Because, boy, they crushed the Syracuse Oranges real good, real quick, real early. It was like 14-2 or something at one point. And the Sooners just have to make sure that they consistently can get through the Louisville full court press. And maybe Louisville will have to change their defensive style. But also getting strips and forcing missed shots is definitely very helpful to not have to deal with that. However, stepping out of bounds makes you look like kind of a bonehead. Oklahoma. Expect a very slow-paced game here. The sooner, I mean, honestly, the sooner, no pun intended, the sooner Louisville gets eliminated, the happier I would be. And if we use NCAA 2006, next time, maybe pick Louisville if you want to win. Oklahoma, though, doing an excellent job of slicing and dicing their way through this defensive pressure. And what I'll do for my own personal, my own note, would be don't put Louisville against a team you actually want to win. Put them against someone you don't care if they lose. I guess if I put Louisville against like Notre Dame and just watch Notre Dame lose every single time, I'd be happy with that. Except for the joke is that Notre Dame will never be in this tournament because I hate them. Oh my goodness. Slicing and dicing. Getting easy looks at shots here. That was actually that one was well defended. Shot up and good. So 9-8. Louisville's defense, which forced arguably more turnovers than points scored for Syracuse, hasn't done anything so far against Oklahoma. Puts a shoulder into the defender, gets him off balance, but really a ton of room to work with, and just a devastating block by Oklahoma right there with a 9-8 lead. Of course, this would be the slow game right at the end where it's like, oh, I feel like I need to pee. There's a 3 for Oklahoma off the back iron, no good. Fast break 3-on-1. Oklahoma didn't really do a great job at recovering. He was kind of in the area, but it looked like he went for a steal, and that just didn't work. Full court press on here for Louisville. See if they can push it up the floor. They'll go back across. No steal. Louisville again going for the steal. They're going to go up and in. And Oklahoma looking really good here. You wouldn't think that this was a team that was 0-3 before this tournament. Holding out pretty well. I guess I'd have to look and see how badly they lost their previous games to be like, they look good or they look bad. 12-10 back across the court. Louisville, that was kind of a dangerous pass. There were a couple of Sooners in the way. Working it around the outside. Don't like to go for a three. They run another three-point specialist on the right. Don't go to him. Oklahoma strips the ball away. Louisville comes up with a loose ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. There's a three for Louisville. That's off the right iron. No good. Rebound Oklahoma. Passing it forward 1-on-2. Got the Louisville defender. Just bullied him to the ground there. There's a three for Oklahoma, and that one will shake, rattle, and roll down and in. So 15-10 here. Louisville seems to be rendered pretty useless if they can't get their defensive turnovers. Like, they really rely on those turnovers to quick points a lot more than I thought they did. Oklahoma, as I believe, is the first turnover in that specific instance. As Oklahoma just destroying these Louisville players. Had an open guy on the left. I don't know if that's a 2 or a 3. It doesn't matter because it doesn't go down. Lead down to 3. So we're under 4 minutes to go. We have 29 total points scored. And what was the score in the Miami-Washington game? Like 28-26 with 3 minutes to go. Oh, that was a weird-looking pass. It's not what you want to do if you're going against Louisville. Shooting foul. So number 2 will pick up his first foul. First team foul. Louisville ties the game. Was 15-10, now 15-15. 5-point run for the Cardinals. Make it 6 over the last minute or so. Not exactly what the time was when this run started, but Oklahoma needs to be careful. They have that little spy kind of in the middle of the court. They get it up. I don't know exactly what they were doing, but they were able to get very clear passes up the left side of the court early in this game. They haven't been going back to that. It's led to a couple of turnovers, led to some easy points, led to a foul that led to free throws to easy points, and has given Louisville exactly what you don't want if you're the Sooners, and that is an 8-0 run to erase a 5-point deficit. And, cool, great. 10-0 run Louisville. Pass it up the right side of the court. Stop throwing it back across. Oklahoma's all out of sorts here. I don't know what happened, but 2 blocks out of bounds. Louisville touched it last. There just kind of happened to be a Cardinal in the area. Okay, there you go. There you go. Break the defense. Got to get points if you're going to break the defense. Took 2 shots, but you got 2 points. All right. Momentarily kind of stopping the bleeding here. Oklahoma just needs another defensive possession. Get back in that groove. Get back in that rhythm. 10-0 run, though, could be devastating to the Sooners' hopes of making their first ever Sweet 16. This does technically qualify as a top 5 matchup, though the rankings I don't believe matter. Pass it up the court. There you go. You had a guy wide open to the left, and you just didn't throw it to him. I understand why, though, because the player that was on the left started to back up a little bit. Flipped up. Good. So matching some points here. Jammed home. That is not helpful. 24-19. And Louisville gets a steal right on the inbounds pass. Saw Washington do that to Miami. The invert letter games. Defensive foul. Louisville ball. Shot clock reset. It was just a little reach in. 1:22 remaining first half. Swinging it around. The outside looked like it was going to be close to an out of bounds, but no such luck for the Sooners. Those big feet aren't exactly where the hit marker is for when it is out of bounds or a three-pointer. Okay. Oklahoma coming up with a good defensive possession. I'm glad that I only have one team from Oklahoma, because then I don't have to say Oklahoma more than I already have to say Oklahoma, which is way too much. 5-point game. Will bounce pass inside. Dangerously close to the baseline, Bandit. Oh, no. Louisville really taking over here in the last 4 minutes of this half. It is a 17-4 run and now a 8-point game. Got it through the defense. Oklahoma just needs twos. Just chip away. 2 here, 2 there. Get a couple of blocks. A couple of good stops. Not out of this game by any stretch of the imagination, but that definitely is going to help. Oklahoma needs to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stolen away. Louisville going to take a shot that's not even close. And it's hard to believe that the Sooners were at one point in the lead in this game because it is blown wide open. Cardinals took over the last 4 minutes or so of that first half. He just dribbled on the sideline. Seems like it was as simple as that. Unfortunately, that gives Louisville the ball. No points for the Sooners. 29-21. The 3 is up. The 3 is off and out of bounds. This'll... I don't even know. 8-point game. I was thinking give Oklahoma an opportunity to cut into the lead a little bit. I don't really know. It all happened so quickly. He just ran out of bounds and was like, all right. All right, feel free to take a drink here. Check your phones, do all that stuff. A rare miss inside of the 3-second shot clock situation with that particular, like, trapped in the corner, one side or the other of the, pardon me, of the paint. Usually they're good. It's not as predictable as it was in like the 2005 version of this game, but still a solid bet. Okay, Oklahoma, you can cut in just a little bit closer. 29-23. Doing a good job of not letting Louisville take total control of this game. Though they seem to do everything in their power. Double team, pass out. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Up over 3 defenders, no good. Louisville comes down with the rebound on a little bit of a fast break. It's pretty even 2-on-2 there. So not a whole lot that you can do. Instead, it's just an easy alley-oop. Push that lead back up to 8. 31-23. 2 minutes gone here, second half. Louisville, if they win, they stay home. They face Villanova? No, Boston College. Boston College. Flipped the 2 games, the most recent 2 games. So we'll have plenty of basketball action here tonight on twitch.tv/Seanosaurus Rex. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey, thanks for watching. 10-point game here. I don't know if Oklahoma has enough. But if you are watching this on YouTube, there's tons more content. There's hundreds of games. That was a nasty, nasty defensive possession in favor of Louisville. Little alley layup, short, gets his own rebound. Finds the stroke there and drops it in. 37-25. Working it around. Passes it up. They were able to do so. My goodness, what a block. What a block. When this tournament's all said and done, there will be 32 separate parts Each of them about 4 hours long. Good lord. That is so much. So much basketball. I love doing it. Hopefully you are enjoying watching it. I know this game is not super exciting. Oklahoma got out to a 15-10 lead. Thought maybe, fingers crossed, Louisville won't power their way all the way to another title. I'm going to have to go through and watch every matchup possible and do like a best of 3 and be like, okay, this is the matchup that gives Louisville the most trouble. Swinging it around the outside. Somehow that was not out of bounds. Jeez. Or 17-point game here. My God. Oklahoma just can't get anything going here. They scored about 10 points in the last 10 minutes of game time. Maybe a little less. Maybe like 8 or 9. Fast break here for Louisville. Off the glass and good. 19-point lead. If I use this game again, everyone's going to pick Louisville to win. That will, of course, be the time that they don't win, which is fine. Offensive foul. So I'll go back to Oklahoma. A little screen that was just too rough. We see that play pretty frequently. I'm not exactly sure what determines if it's an offensive foul or not. Perhaps there's a little too much jawing on the floor. I don't know. Point is, it's a 17-point deficit. Just kidding. It's a 19-point deficit. And Louisville is at it again, just dismantling their opponents. Oklahoma just can't get anything going here. Even when they're able to get through the defense and give themselves opportunities on the offensive end, they still aren't making their shots, and they're turning the ball over way too much, which was something that they were not doing early in the game. But something happened, and it threw Oklahoma off, or Louisville made like a very subtle tweak that I just didn't notice. Well, so we'll see if anybody can dethrone the Cardinals here. I mean, I guess as long as they don't win the tournament again, that's fine. There's a big 3 from Oklahoma. No good. But they won by like 30 in the last game. I think they won by 34. I think they doubled Syracuse's score. They're a little off the pace to double Oklahoma's score, but there's still 3.5 minutes to go, so let's see what happens here. Hard to believe that Oklahoma would be ranked number 2 in this game because they are getting absolutely dismantled right now. Looking around the outside. Throwing that up. Get the old music ready for halftime. Captain Kobe subscribing. Thank you so much for 6 whole months. And their typical message of farts. So thank you for 6 months of subscribing. Inside. Picked a thrilling game to tune into. It's probably what the Lakers are doing to the Denver Nuggets right now. Just up 21. Everyone's punching the Lakers finals tickets. Just going, hey, they're going to go. They're going to lose to the Heat. It's going to be incredible. Heard it here first. Offensive foul on Oklahoma player number 2. That's his second personal foul, second team foul. And the one time Oklahoma's actually bothered to get a good offensive possession, they get an offensive foul. So excellent work, Sooners. Unsubscribed. (58-33). There's a 3 for Oklahoma. Too little, too late, doesn't matter. Missed the shot anyway. I'll have to go back into the footage and look at what the time was when it was 15-10, Oklahoma in the lead. Because at this point is a, what's the jersey? Oh, it's the Jeff Popsicle jersey. Shot is up and good. Who took a timeout? Louisville take a timeout. They're like, hey, hold on. We're crushing too much ass here. We're going to slow down a little bit. Oklahoma stripped the ball. Can't get it. Thanks. It's like they'll call off the birds. Just slide on into victory here. So we'll get the old bracket ready. Louisville will stay home to face Boston College. 5-second violation, Oklahoma ball. Shot clock is off. Hey, what's one more block? You know what I mean? What's one more? Almost another 5-second violation for the Cardinals. Don't need this tab. 60-35. I don't imagine they'll take a shot here. Pass it inside, back outside. 2, 1, and so 60-35. Louisville taking care of business, and they will move on to the Sweet 16. We'll see them on Sunday, taking on Boston College. We have 4 more matchups for you, starting with Marquette and Memphis, followed by Baylor, Oregon State, Maryland, Georgetown, and then finally Pittsburgh taking on Texas for the rest of the tournament. We'll get these games set up. Need Marquette and Memphis. Not play now. The second time you've done that, sir. Please stop. Marquette. Memphis. Really quick, we're going to take a quick break here in just a moment. Get you. Ooh, boy. I took a dive there. Get you caught up on the bracket. The Beeb still hanging out in first with a score of 20, but only a potential of 36. Redneck Girl has taken second place with 17, 135-point score potential. Me, Wintersaurus Rex, 16 points with only a score potential of 28. So I'm curious to see who I even have left. Don't do that, sir. Blind Guess is brought to you by Harper. They are in fourth with with 15 and a score potential of 55. And then It's a Guessing Game in fifth with 13 points and a score potential of 83. They need Gonzaga. Georgia Tech is an important game for Harper. I am just doomed. Florida and Washington are important for Redneck Girl. And the Beeb is just going to have to get a lot of help and hope that people fall before all of her points are eliminated. So, with all of that being said, and now with my foot asleep and a hiccup, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with Marquette and Memphis. Be right back. Thanks for watching. think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Bow, 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 bow. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to March. Nope. September, because that's the month we're in. September. Mascot Madness. Before the break, during the Louisville, how do I put this nicely, complete and utter decimation of the Oklahoma Sooners. I joked that the Lakers were up like by 20 on the Nuggets, not knowing the score at all. And then I went downstairs because my brother is watching that game. They were up 20. So the Lakers, they were up by like 24 when I walked out of the room. They were about to score 100 points through 3 quarters, which is insane. We won't get scores like that in our next game, but hopefully it's a lot closer than the previous one or the Lakers game that is currently on television. For game number 5 today, we have Marquette, the Golden Eagles, traveling to Memphis, Tennessee to take on Tony, the Memphis Tiger. Let's get it going. Marquette, as we learned, up in Wisconsin. But they are going to Tennessee, All-American. 10 minutes, baseline mid. I had to interrupt our favorite song. It's in the game. How? EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. Also, shout out to this music for not ever being copywritten. Or like causing a problem, I should say. So Marquette, Memphis, 0-0. Score here. We work into game number 5, and immediately a 3-point opportunity as Memphis fouls the beloved Golden Eagle. I don't know who it's beloved by. Not me, personally, but maybe you love it. I don't know. We'll go back here, click around a little bit, make sure that we're all ready to roll here. Out of bounds. Remains Tiger basketball. 2-0. Foul on Memphis, foul on Memphis from Marquette, and that's the second foul that they committed on this possession, and the second foul, team foul, already in the first 30 or 22 seconds of this game. Could be looking at a little bit of a foul issue. We had a team, I believe it was Iowa State. They had a lot of foul trouble in the first half. They had like 6 or 7 team fouls through the first 5 minutes. They were able to clean it up through the rest of the first half and not really have that much of a problem with it through the rest of the game, but we're looking at a bit of an issue here for the Golden Eagles. Memphis, nice inside play there. 4-4. So we have Mark and Memp. Second team foul for Memphis. We'll reach in there, trying to poke the ball away. And through 1 minute, we have 4 total fouls already. Please don't do this. It stops the clock. It ruins the flow. Just play the damn game. Marquette working it around the outside, under 10 to go on the shot clock. This shot clock a little bigger than the last one we were looking at, which is nice. Drove it right into a couple of Memphis defenders there. 2-on-1 opportunity, got a guy wide open on the right-hand side. Tricky shot, but it does drop. And Memphis gets their first lead of the game, 6-4. No team has led by more than 2. I say that like we're deep into this game. We're only 2 minutes in. That's a clean minute here that we have not had a foul. Almost thought I spoke too soon. So minute number 3, probably foul heavy. No, instead it's just going to be a turnover. Marquette just stepped on the out of bounds line. Memphis whipping it around the outside. Not great numbers for the Tigers on the interior, but gets that up and in. 10-4, 6-point game. Marquette got off to a pretty okay start, but they have since given up 6 straight points to the Tigers of Memphis. Now facing a 6-point deficit, but that 3 cuts it in half, down 2-3. After a sloppy first 90 or 60 seconds. Been a clean 90 seconds. That was a clean block right there. Dangerous pass right at the midcourt line. Could have been a backcourt violation. It wasn't. But still, sometimes you see the players do that and you go, ooh, hoo, hoo. Kind of like when you're watching football and you watch Brett Favre throw it back across his body over the middle of the field late, and you go, this one didn't end in disaster, but the next one might. Maybe you'll cost the Vikings a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Maybe. I don't know. Marquette back in the lead. So they gave up 6 points in a row, but they have since scored 7 points in a row, all on their own. Shot up and over, no good. Around the outside. We're looking at 180 seconds of clean basketball here from the 2M teams that couldn't not get foul calls for the first 60. They're going to have to jack up a 3 and swishing it home. So that's 10 straight points for Marquette, now leading by 4. Sometimes I forget, hey, you should be talking right now. Memphis, they'll try their hand at a 3 and they'll swish it home. Their 6-point lead erased, but they're still only down 1. Currently a 10-3 run for Marquette. Passing it inside, sliding over. Nice shot. Pushes the lead back up to 3. Look at this, a competitive basketball game where teams are actually like scoring points and not just turning the ball over. Who'da thunk? Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to drop inside. I thought that was on the back rim, going to drop in. Instead it was on the front rim, and dropped off. (16-13), under 5 to go here. Winner, unfortunately, will have to go on the road. If you're Marquette, you're already on the road. If you're Memphis, you have to leave the comfy confines of whatever the stadium is called. Nice shot to tie it all up at 16. You will have to go on the road to face either Baylor or Oregon State. Tigers and Bears, Tigers and Beavers, Golden Eagles and Bears, Golden Eagles and Beavers. Oh, Memphis didn't elect to go for really anything there. Working it around the outside. Oh, that was a really good opportunity for a putback there, but he just missed time. The jump. Marquette almost ran it out of bounds. Go ahead and hide that and just reload it. Okay. That looks okay. It was very blurry, and I was like, oh no. That looks bad. 16-16. It's one of those weird plays. Sometimes, I don't know if it's happened in the previous tournament, but for whatever reason, sometimes 4 players just end up stacked up in one area, and it's just, the ball just kind of goes left, or like more like inside than it does outside. So the player's trying to run around to hit that 3-point spot, but they throw it to the wrong player, and it has to make an extra pass. And it's very odd. God, I wish I had a telestrator. I want a telestrator so bad. That would require so much like extra work, but God, could you imagine though? A whole ass telestrator? Marquette. Memphis. Got a 1-point deficit here. Someone's getting subbed out. There was a timeout taken for some reason. 18-17. Oh, nice inside pass. Good find in there. Drops it in. Marquette passing back outside of the three-point line. Under 3 to go here. A little bit of a slower paced game. Both teams played well. They have hit droughts though. It's been a game of either both teams kind of running at the same time, both teams having a drought at the same time, or it's been like a little bit of a inverse. Oh my goodness, what a block. They're going to get it. Oh my goodness, they're going to get a deep 2 off. All 35 seconds of that shot clock were used, and it actually ended up working out for Marquette. That's got to be a bummer if you're Memphis, though. There's a nice 3. Swish it home, 23-19, the old white sock game. Gotta be a bummer, though. Had an excellent block with like 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Just picked up and fired for Marquette. So lead was 4, now 2. Golden Eagles unable to maintain their momentum after scoring 10 straight points. They have a guy wide open on the left for a 3, and they just did not pass him the ball. I believe he cut inside to get that too. Could have been a different Tiger. The Tiger that scored definitely came from that area, that cluster of 3. Do a double team. Back outside. A lot going on down there in the paint. Everybody spreads out to the perimeter. It's picked off by Memphis. Passed ahead, 3-on-2. Up to the left. The defender picked the correct side to defend. He had a 50-50 shot at it. He selected correctly, but unfortunately not able to do anything with it. Working into a double team. Passes back outside. Nobody really in the paint there. They slide someone down. Shot off. No. Shot off the back, I should say. Memphis looking to extend the lead a little bit. A little floater. Up and good. So Memphis's previous best lead was 6. It is now up at 8 with under a minute to go here. All of a sudden, Memphis catching fire. Marquette really struggling from the field. It's 29-21. Marquette passing inside, back outside. There are 4 Tigers on the right side of the court. Excuse me. I almost said field. That would be incorrect. Shot clock is off. They can hold for the final shot. They rarely do. And by rarely, I mean almost never. Unless, I feel like it's an accident. They don't intentionally do it. It's a defensive foul. Could have been out of bounds, but whistled a foul. That's the first foul we have had in about, would it be 8 minutes, 9 minutes? 8 minutes and 49 and a half seconds. Pass way forward for Marquette. Fall away 2. Splashes home. So we'll head to the locker rooms for halftime, aka the bench. And we'll have an 8-point deficit, and Memphis gets the ball to start the second half. Nice block out of the 3-point line for Marquette. That's a good start for them. Unable to get the loose ball. They are unable to get that loose ball as well. They force a block and a strip, and they still give up 2 points. Truly unfortunate. 10-point lead, matching Memphis's biggest lead of the game. Nice steal there. Just doing a full court defense is like kind of a big screw you to the Golden Eagles. That just hit the bottom of the rim. Just absolutely threw it into the bottom. So it has to go over the rim and in. You can't go up and out. Okay? Okay? Like the official has to pull him to the side. He's like, hey, come here. Come here. You gotta go over. Can't go under, alright? Over. 33-25. Memphis, huge defensive lap. That guy threw it into the bottom of the rim as well. Over the rim, okay? Over. 6-point game. Stripped by Marquette. Golden Eagles making a little bit of a run here. Obviously, they have plenty of time. They may not have plenty of time to get the ball across. They were at about 8 seconds. They turned the ball over. Oh, no. The guy on the right Looking pretty good. Nice workaround jam. And it is 35-27. 8:25 remaining. Second half. Marquette splashing home a 3. Excellent look at a basket there. And it's a 5-point game. Memphis just maybe want to slow down a little bit. Giving Marquette some good opportunities at some runs here. Got a guy pretty wide open in the corner there. They'll give it to him, but good collapse on the defensive side by Marquette. Didn't really matter. He was able to get over the defender who elected not to jump. Just said, hey, you worked really hard for that shot. You have it. You take it. Oh, what a block. For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason that Memphis player dove when there was no one near, so it almost was a block for nothing. That dropped off the front iron. No good. They do get the turnover. Memphis does. Marquette was able to cut it down to 5. They've given up 4 straight points to the Tigers. Now a 9-point deficit. The max has been 10, I believe. Nice block there. I believe the max lead for Memphis 10. Max lead for Marquette 6, maybe 4, maybe 6. That shot was missed. Marquette looking to take advantage of the missed shot on the Memphis side. A lot of Tigers on that right-hand side. They're kind of spreading them out a little bit, but it's very cluttered down in the paint. I think there is every Tiger defender is just right there, ready for the rebound. Passes forward. Had a guy coming up on the left. He kind of faded off there at the end. Trailed off. 11-point game here. The Tigers looking good in the late first half, early second half stages. They did give up 10 points to Marquette, so to keep that in the back of your mind as we move closer to the end of this, at the end of this game. Memphis was in the lead 10-4. Marquette was able to come back and take the lead, scoring 10 all on their own. Make it 14-10. They're going to need that just to kind of get themselves in a position to get a win here. Shots this deep into the shot clock are maybe not their best option. Yeah, I mean, I guess you look at it one way, you go, oh, we missed it. That was a lot of wasted time. He makes it, you go, I guess maybe. I was probably an ill-advised 3 as well. There was still a bit of time. He also had probably a step he could have taken. Getting kind of close to that baseline is Memphis. They got him wide open for 3 out on the wing there. They elect not to go to him. So we'll just hang on to that 11-point lead, stripping the ball, getting it away there, and that's going to be an easy layup. Easy. 45-32, and right as I said, you need that run. Marquette is turning the ball over, taking bad shots, and giving Memphis, rather, a big old lead of 13 points. That guy is in the zone. So we approach the halfway point of the second half. (48-34). Oh, Marquette able to strip it away, but not able to get possession of the loose ball. Pass out for 3. Looked like he had a decent run at a layup there, but no such luck. Shot up, no good. Or 15 here, second half stolen away from, or by the Tigers rather. 3-on-2 opportunity. It's going to be out of bounds, Marquette ball. There was some contact. Probably pushed him behind that backboard, but doesn't really matter. No foul called. Instead, he just threw it into the back of the backboard. Hey, hey. In front of the backboard, okay? You're back here. You got to be out here, all right? You're here. Be here. Over the basket, not under. Okay, over the rim, not under. In front, not behind. 50-36. Still a 14-point game. We probably saw Marquette's best run. Pardon. And this is not it, by the way. I will say this is not, should not be considered a good thing for Memphis, or Marquette, excuse me. They are burning a ton of clock that they do not need to burn. All for a shot that does not even go down. That's 2 times that we've seen Marquette. One of them, granted, just kind of the typical glitch in the game that we normally see. Fall away. Excuse me. 2-pointer pushes it to a 16-point lead. But a couple of times now, going back to my previous thought, where they've just burned a ton of clock down and nothing doing. No shots being made. Almost a 5-second violation there. Not getting the countdown for the 5-second violation. We're down to 10 seconds, though. I don't know if this is as much of a graphical glitch as it's just Memphis not super worried about shooting a shot when they're up by 14 now. Or, excuse me, 16. Now 13. Nice shot from Marquette. Memphis, 2 points. Good. So lead up to 15, 56-41. A minute and 43 seconds remaining. We'll see one of these teams call a timeout. I believe it was Marquette. I don't know if you can call a timeout on defense, but I'd assume that it just shows the huddle of whatever team called the timeout. And in that case, it would have been Marquette. Game has spiraled a little out of control. Too bad that Memphis and Louisville are not playing because they are coming off a couple of dominating performances. The 3-pointer is up and good. So 12-point game here. Marquette. See what they do here. I don't think they'll really try. I think 12 points is too much with a minute to go. Memphis not really stopping. And Marquette unable to get a rebound there. Marquette will take a timeout. They'll be down 14 now. Clearly I have decided to enter the score way too early for some reason. 58-44, so a 14-point game. We're under a minute to go. I would imagine if Memphis gets the ball back with under 35 seconds, I don't think they'll take a shot. I guess you kind of hope they wouldn't. They're up by enough points. Offensive foul. That is not good for the Golden Eagles. The Golden Eagles will take a big old loss here. (58-44). Under 30 seconds to go. Loose ball gathered by the Tigers. No one in the paint. They're just passing it back and forth. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Just take a 35-second. There's no reason for you to shoot the ball. Or just throw it out of bounds. Who cares? Whatever. Or immediately into a turnover. Okay. 58-44, Marquette gets a steal right at the end to feel good about themselves. That shot, oh my gosh. That, I don't know if it counted. It did not. It swished, though. Must have been in the hand when the buzzer went off. 58-44 Memphis. Taking out the Marquette Golden Eagles. As we move along here on into game number 6. About an hour and a half left streaming here on this lovely Friday night. Actually, it's not very lovely. It's very smoky. I should have said a very smoky Friday night. Baylor and Oregon State. Miss you, Crimson Tide. But you did not make it. Baylor, Oregon State. We'll miss you too, Ohio. Bears, Beavers, Battlestar Galactica. We're going up to Corvallis. Gill Coliseum. All-American. 10 minutes. To get things locked and loaded for you. Game number 6 of 8 today. Got 8 more games coming your way tomorrow. That is true for both YouTube and for Twitch. Oh my god. The bear, I always forget how shiny the Bears' faces are. Pac-10 back in 2005 when this game was released. Swinging a player out wide, looking for a 3-point shot. Well, mid-range 2, couple steps inside. Nice make there. We have a 0-0 in Oregon State, so we've seen like 5 of those today. And there'll be 0-0 on the old score sheet. 0-0 out of 1. And a big goose egg on the board. Baylor working inside. We got into a little contact there. Lost the ball. Oregon State comes away with it. Baylor strips it away but can't come up with the loose ball. Oregon State comes up with the loose ball and they'll score 2 points. So a messy possession for the Oregon State offense, but they still come away with a positive outcome. Drive inside. Another play where Baylor looked like they had a pretty good look at a 3-point shot, but went in, take 2 steps inside, and just couldn't get that one to connect. Oregon State working around a 3-point specialist to the 3 line. It's just a 2. Foot was on the line, the actual foot, not the fake foot of the mascot. Working around outside. There's a 3 for Baylor. Swish, swish. Nice play there. Did they release NCAA basketball games on PC? That'd be interesting. Oh, stolen away. Baylor up by 1, 5-4. Got the steal there. Nice inside pass. Got blocked, pushed away by Oregon State. Recovered by Baylor. Kick it out to the 3-point line. Working everybody near the perimeter. Sliding a couple of players. Looking to give them some space through the paint. Creating some traffic. Doing the same thing to get a good look at a 3. And that one swishes home. 8-4. I don't know if there would be any mods for that or how the mods would be, but that might be an interesting way to change up the old, oh, that's a foul. Change up the old mascot tournament. Find a bunch of different ones that weren't even in the game. I just don't think EA really puts their sports games on PC. 10-4 here. Baylor, if you can keep this up. We saw a 10-4 lead in the last game evaporate pretty quickly. It's only going to be 64 degrees tomorrow. And right on cue, Oregon State scores some points. Let's see. Let's see. NCAA Basketball 10 was released on just 360 and PS3. Basketball 09, PS3, PS2, 360. Okay. Looks like they didn't. That would have been cooler if there was one. Because you could, theoretically, I guess, you could, and this is speaking as like a total idiot, 12-6, by the way, as a total idiot who doesn't understand how modding works. But there are some mascots that are in the like HD football games, which would be anything on the 360 forward, or I guess just the 360 or PS3, that aren't in this one. So like Western Kentucky is in that. And I guess like theoretically if you could find the file for it, maybe you could paste it onto the Western Kentucky players or something. I don't know. Just a weird thought. Because then you could get really weird with it. Make sure that all the players are like maxed out at their position, and then just go, or just make everybody like straight 99s across the board. So like centers are just jacking up threes. Working it around the outside. But there's like some really good mascots. There's a mascot that's okra, which is just odd. 16-8. Quiet Corvallis crowd. Shockingly hard sentence to say. That's what the kids call alliteration, which I did a report on when I was a freshman in high school, because I like alliteration. I like alliteration and palindromes. Baylor knocking down a 3, making it a 9-point game. And 4 minutes plus through the first half, and we have Oregon State just not looking great in this game, though they are only down 9. Feels like a pretty large 9. It's a perfect example of where the feet are, just not even close to where it looks like they are. Because that was definitely in the out-of-bounds area, but doesn't matter. It's where the character model would be, not... the mascot, pardon me. Front end of the free throws, by the way, no good. Baylor can work with a double-digit lead. They will, 20-10. Halfway through the first half. See if Oregon can cut this down to 5 in the next 2 minutes. That's almost a good start. Almost a good start again. There we go. There you go. When in doubt, just jam it home. You know what I mean? Get a couple of good possessions, or a couple of good defensive possessions. Get on a little bit of a roll offensively. See what you can do here. That one's off. No good. Pushing it forward. Baylor tried to swipe at it. That's not good offense. Stepping out of bounds is bad offense. Almost stepping out of bounds is not good offense. Not bad offense because you technically didn't turn the ball over, but it's not good offense. Nice. What an incredible block by Oregon State. That guy thought he had a free, easy 2, and it just got annihilated. Working around the outside. Baylor has a couple of defenders in the paint, but Oregon State not really moving a ton down there. It's a one-on-one on the inside. A lot of players on the perimeter running through traffic there. Fall away to swishes home. Down to a 6-point game. Doesn't matter how long it takes you, Oregon State. You just want to be in this game when it gets to halftime. It's another block. That's a defensive foul. Looked like there was a block in there somewhere. Maybe. There was definitely a loose ball. And putting Baylor on the line is not the worst thing. They are 1 for 4 in the free throws that I have seen. Hold on. Hang on. What? What happened? Oh, you can't rewind. Okay. Never mind. Thought you could rewind farther. Where's Stats Central? School stats? Okay, Baylor is 3 for 6. Okay, they were 2 for 2, and then they've gone 1 for 4 from what I've seen. I was kind of curious what would happen. Wait, did Oregon State just get a turnover? What is going on? Or did Baylor step out of bounds? I'm confused. We'll just move past it. Oregon State has the ball. Down 6. 3:07 to go. Through a bunch of traffic. Couldn't get enough on it. Fought through the contact. That's a double team that you don't want to be involved in, Baylor. An excellent block by Oregon State, sending that ball all the way outside. You see that Baylor Bear, though, hustling to try and get a ball that was clearly touched last by Oregon State, and just no reason to go for it. It's a quick shot for the Baylor Bears. Dug in an offensive rebound and a putback. Push that lead back to 8. Stripped away. Loose ball remains with Oregon State. Driving inside into a triple team. Got into that animation, just nowhere to throw the ball. Baylor on a bit of a scoring drought. Though Baylor was on a bit of a scoring drought, Oregon State not able to take advantage of the situation. Only made up 4 points and then proceeded to give those 4 points back anyway. Another block by Baylor. And again, when in doubt, jam it home. Oregon State slamming it. And it is 24-16. Foul. Basket no good. 14 fouls on Oregon. 2 minutes left. That makes them 3 for 7, Baylor, from the line. 3 for 8. The putback no good. But another offensive rebound. That one will go up and good. So even though they missed 2 free throws, they still get the 2 points either way. Or anyway, I should say. The Bears have looked sloppy in the last couple of minutes. Oregon State's just not doing enough to take advantage or counter it or anything. It's just a ugly situation. That was right on the backcourt or the midcourt line. Probably blessed to have smaller feet than what it looks like. Sliding around the outside. You can cut into this lead a little bit if you're not careful. Don't dance around like that. Able to shake a defender, drive it to the rim. There'll be 2 free throws coming from the line. It's so hard to tell. It's like really stretched and bad on my screen. Almost like this game wasn't made to be played in 720p on a monitor from 14 years later. There's a big 3 for Baylor. All the work Oregon did to cut into that lead is erased in one shot. 29-19, under a minute. Sliding inside, a nice jam home. 29-21. What you doing there, Bear? Shout out to my cat, Bear. Hopefully she is resting in peace. She had a nice long life. She's a great cat. Off the left iron, no good. Baylor's going to get the rebound anyway. And they get the steal right at midcourt, so they're going to get a 2-for-1 opportunity, or a second opportunity for points here. Just kidding, they threw the ball away like a bunch of dum-dums. It's going to go into Oregon State's hands, and unfortunately, that's not going to lead to any points for the Beavers from Oregon State. So a very ugly first half for the Beavers finally comes to a close. There's a 3, and the second half is not starting much prettier for those same Beavers. But a turnover to the Baylor Bears as they just annihilate whatever defense was trying to be played there. Split everybody. A nice defensive recovery by Oregon State. Unfortunately, it's going to be a foul. We do have an injured Bear here. We get intensity cam. Heads are so big, it's just mouth. Shot is good. Second shot is good. So, Baylor quickly up 12 now. I say that like they weren't up already, up 10 already. But not a good start. The missed three led to a foul. There's an injured player for the Baylor Bears. They're going to steal the ball right there. Oh, shot. Just two of them up and no good for the Bears. Good news for the Beavers, who bullied that Bear onto his backside and unfortunately unable to come down and get any points off of it. This was the same problem that Oregon State had in the first half as a three is launched from deep. 15-point game now. And now a silent crowd here in Corvallis, Oregon, as the Oregon State Beavers are looking worse for wear, with a 13-point deficit facing them here in the second half. Oregon State, well, Baylor took out Arizona 55-48. Oregon State handled New Mexico pretty easily, 64-41. They've only managed to score 26 points now after the three is drained. Through a little over a half or a little over a half, I should say. Just leave the sentence there. So, three-pointer for Baylor, no good. Offensive rebound is put back. The lead back up to 12. Slide around the outside. Way too deep for a three there for Oregon State. Back across the court. Shot up and good. Is this game number 6? Really? Wow, this game, this particular portion of it is running very quickly. Yeah, 220. Wow. 222. Without too much interruption, we'll be like half an hour ahead of the normal parts of this, which approached 4 hours. It's interesting because I look at the previous episodes to like get like or previous parts and tournaments to get like an idea of what kind of tags and stuff I should be using, and some of them are like 4 hours long, but some of them are also not as long as I thought they were. It's interesting. Baylor's going to have to put up a shot. That's a deep two. Burying it. That was what the previous team that was being played. I believe it was Marquette. Marquette was looking for some deep shot clock twos that went down. Weren't able to get it. Baylor off the left iron. No good. That's going to be an offensive foul. Still not 100% sure what exactly the offensive foul is there. We see that pretty frequently as a three is launched but no good. So kind of no harm. One foul called, but no harm came of it. 42-28. 14-point game here. Oregon State down. Tried to get a pass inside, but nothing doing there. Slides it over, pops it up, no good. It's going to lead to a foul on Baylor. Baylor really struggling from the free throw line today. It gives you kind of hope if you're Oregon State, if you can get a run here in the next couple of minutes, as Baylor makes both free throws. Negating my point. Thanks, Baylor. But if you're Oregon State, and maybe in the next, or 5:52, if you can in the next 3 minutes, let's say, cut this down to 6. You might feel like you have an opportunity going into the final couple minutes. Oh my goodness. You're not going to do that. You're not really going to have many opportunities to, oh, that shot actually went in. Going to have many opportunities to try and steal the inbound pass, which I probably put too much weight on. It happens like just enough. Baylor 5 for 5 on their last 5. 5 free throw attempts. Oregon State now down 17. That one just wasn't even close. It was off the backboard and no good. Yikes. Baylor kicking it outside. A lot of activity going on the left side. Probably too many Bears walking over to the right side. Shot no good. Look out. Not out of bounds. There's nothing going right for the Oregon State Beavers in this game, only scoring a paltry 30 points through 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know why my voice is struggling so much today. I haven't talked in a while on the old stream. Maybe that's part of it. Under 4 to go here, 19-point game. Oregon State, I believe, was important for one of the brackets. Let me pull that up here. Yes, Oregon State was. So we'll see a little bit of damage here on this one. But I think the most important teams left are Gonzaga, Florida, and Georgia Tech. There's Georgia Tech. There's Florida. Oh, that's right. Gonzaga's out. Georgia Tech and Florida are the two important teams. I think maybe there's one more. Washington might be important. I forgot Gonzaga lost. Whoops. 49-32. Oregon State. They can still do something. They can make a run here. You gotta go quicker than this, though. You gotta go faster, and you need threes. Or you can suck up all the time for 2 points. Your choice, Oregon State. Clearly you chose to use all of the time. Three for Baylor. Short. Tip in is good, though. Even in those scenarios, it's just mind-boggling. Oh, did I read the timer earlier? I think I did. I think I read that the recording was at 2 minutes and 22 seconds, or 2 hours and 22 minutes. I think it was a lot higher than that. Because I'm a dum-dum. Actually, it's just very small and very far away from me. 2 shots. I believe they missed one of them. That's okay. It doesn't matter. They're up big. They're up by 18 points. One free throw, not going to kill Baylor. I don't even know what that was. From Oregon State. Oh, nice block by Oregon State down low. All right. 69 seconds remaining. Here we go. Make a big run. You got to make up 16 points. You need lots of steals and threes. Or you just, you call it good and you say, Baylor, you were by far the better team today. It was kind of a miracle that we, Oregon State, even made it to the second round. We got a favorable matchup. Eight, 7. I do love the crowd noise that they count down like 5 seconds ahead of. Oh my goodness. And count down 5 seconds ahead of when the shot clock actually is going to expire. Up and good. So 7 seconds remaining. Guess I can probably start logging in the score now. I was really on top of it in the last game. 54-38 Baylor moving on to the Sweet 16. We will see them try for the Elite 8 on Sunday, rather. They will take on Memphis in what is hopefully a good game. I'll be honest, today not the strongest set, but that's okay. Sometimes that's just kind of how it happens. Maryland and Georgetown coming up next for you. The Hoyas of Georgetown taking on the 5th Ninja Turtle. Actually, I guess it would be 6th Ninja Turtle. They introduced a 5th Ninja Turtle recently into the current comics run. And neither of these teams have to travel far. We're going to Washington, D.C. And they had introduced a 5th Ninja Turtle all the way back in the mid-90s as well. Though that one was much shorter lived. We'll see how long they stick with this new 5th Ninja Turtle and see what they do with her. How do they integrate her into the new shows and all that stuff, or is it just kind of a comics thing? We'll see. We'll find out. But that's not to be worried about right now. Here, what we need to worry about is Georgetown taking on Maryland in game number 7 today. Winner will have to go on the road. Maryland with a nice block to start their afternoon here, or evening, I guess. Night. Over here in the Pacific time zone. About 9 p.m. Should be, barring any sort of like super long game with no flow. Like the first minute of the Marquette-Memphis game, maybe? This little floater up and over the defender. Throw it back. 2-2. Excuse me. Should be running right up against that 10 o'clock finish time, which is exactly where I wanted to be. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying the basketball. Having a good time with it. Definitely need to not stream on Fridays when I am like the most tired from work. This originally wasn't even going to be in this this particular spot, I should say. Supposed to be during a day off that I had, but because of a power outage, I wasn't able to do it. Floater off the back iron, no good. Get the rebound, and they'll put it down. So 6-4 Georgetown. Hoya celebrating a little bit. There's a deep 2. Off, no good. And defense fouls. So Maryland will go to the line for 2. First one's good, 6-5. And Maryland makes it again, 6-6. Working around the outside, Georgetown. Trying to swing a player to get a good look there. Good defensive collapse by Maryland. A lot of terrapins over on the right-hand side of the court. Georgetown makes a smart play to throw it all the way across the court. Attack from the weak side. Leads to a foul, but the shot is up and no good. Oh, wow. Double zeros and single letter. That one is off as well. So they go 0 for 2 from the line, but they still get the 2 points. Not great if you're the Terrapins. Kind of a worry. That's exactly what you want if you're the Terrapins, at least the first half of that, missing 2 free throws. That's excellent. Giving up the offensive rebound in a jam, not excellent. Improve. Fix that. Make it better. A little over 2.5 minutes gone. Georgetown 1-on-1. Toss inside into a double team. Nice block by the Terrapins. Pushing it forward. It's a 1-on-2. Both of the defenders. Apparently I'm not scratching this edge. Both of the defenders for the Terrapins, or excuse me, the Hoyas, thought, no. Go ahead and trail off. Another block from the Terrapins leads to another fast break opportunity. Nice pass to the team. Well, nice pass to his teammate. Not an envious position for a defender to be in. You have to pick either take the guy with the ball or take the guy who's running full steam ahead. Pick your poison. Hope that something goes wrong, I guess. Back around the outside. Nobody really in the paint or in the interior. There are 4 Terrapin defenders kind of hanging out in there. Back around the outside. That's a contested 3. It's off. No good. But an offensive rebound to lead to an out of bounds. You gotta shoot it in front of the backboard there, buddy. Pump fakes. Close to that sideline. Passes it inside and it's jammed on home. So this is 8 straight points for the Maryland Terrapins. They were down 8-6 and they've run off 8 points in a row to take a 6-point lead. A little over 4 minutes gone here, first half. Punching, what was this, ticket number 7 to the Sweet 16. We'll punch 8 more tomorrow on YouTube and on Twitch. We're streaming some Fall Guys before it. Oh my goodness, a block by Georgetown. They aren't able to get the loose ball. The missed shot aren't able to get the loose ball. 3 tries, but Maryland does walk away with 2 points. We'll be doing some more of this on Sunday as well. Leading off with some Fall Guys. That'll be the entire Sweet 16. We'll wrap this baby up and crown a champion on Saturday. September 26th, the 14th anniversary of both Weird Al Yankovic's Straight Outta Linwood and Me Without You's brother, sister. I'll have to remember that, hopefully. We'll listen to some of the highlights from some of those albums, maybe. Celebrate 14 years. Speaking of 14 years, I have a new package from mewithoutyou.com I need to go get. Because I ordered it 6 months ago and I don't remember what's in it. And I knew that. I knew that they were going to wait for a while. It was going to be a while before they shipped it out. So it's like you buy it in March or whatever. And then available, they'll ship it fall, but I don't remember because I got the most deluxe edition of the record or whatever it is. I don't remember exactly what's in there, so I'll have to open that on stream. I'm very excited about it. It's the first record I've ever owned. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, my dream record collection would be the Me Without You discography, the Kesha discography, and the Bug Snacks 7-inch, and that's it. Maybe the single version of Wet Ass Pussy, which would be pretty. I would take that. If I get that on vinyl, I'd take that. I Do I have anything to play vinyl? Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it'll look nice on my shelf. Nice block there by Maryland, who is taking a 10-point lead here. Nice steal by Georgetown. Tried to order the super deluxe edition of the Catch for Us the Foxes goaltending. So count the bucket. Maryland gives up 2 points, and it's an 8-point game. Tried to order the deluxe edition of the Catch for Us the Foxes record, but I was having problems with my debit card. Cool. And I missed the last, like the final one they had, and I was like, damn it. So, Maryland gives Georgetown 2 points on a goaltend. Georgetown returns the favor, gives Maryland 2 points on a goaltend. Maryland got a nice steal there, but nothing doing on the offensive end. Georgetown got to take advantage here. It did that weird thing where stacked a couple of players up right near the three-point line. It was trying to get to the outside player, I would assume, to get the play that it routinely runs down by the baseline and out into that area. But instead, with that extra pass, it's an extra, like, quarter of a second or whatever it is, and that allows the defense to get there. My goodness. That was no ball. There was no ball blocked there. That was all hands. A couple of free throws are good. Maryland leads 26-14. So we should be setting up some good Sweet 16 matchups. We've seen some dominating performances here down the stretch of the first part of the round of 32. So hopefully those teams will play well against each other and give us some entertaining games as we look forward to the Elite Eight and beyond. A little over, almost something percent. Oh my goodness, nice block down there by Georgetown. A little over halfway done with the whole tournament. 3 for Georgetown is short, and the defensive rebound is grabbed by Maryland. Tried to drive it inside. Nice defense by Georgetown. Excellent defense there to force a shot that just didn't have enough mustard on it. So Georgetown can cut into the lead a little bit here. It's a quick shot, and it's no good. And we're starting to see, we're seeing a little bit of shades of, who was it? I bet I'll look at the bracket and I'll know who it was as we see a jam there. Seeing a little bit of, who was it? I guess there's been a couple of teams today. Oregon State, Oklahoma? No. NC State? Maybe? It's a team it's not playing particularly well. Not able to take advantage of the lulls in the other team, and it's just allowing this lead to grow. It's all the way up to 14 points now. And this is several double-digit deficits that we have seen today. We saw Wisconsin erase a 10-point or 12-point deficit earlier in the day, but unfortunately they did not win their game. Thanks a lot, Wisconsin. Nice block by Maryland there, just obliterating that ball out of bounds. There's a 3 off the right rim, no good. Oh, stolen by Georgetown. So 30-16. 30-19 now. Georgetown tying the fewest number of points scored in an entire game. At the end of the first half, they'll be fine. They're down 11. 9 seconds to go here. Hook shot up and good. So 13-point deficit as we head into halftime. 32-19. Maryland's going to get the ball to start the second half as well. Get off to a quick start. Shooting the ball within 5 seconds, but nothing doing there, as it is a missed shot. So Georgetown has their work cut out for them. Been down by as many as 14 that I've seen. I could have missed something somewhere. They don't make it any closer there. And Maryland quickly makes sure that I know that 15 has now is now the deficit to beat. Hoya's crowd quiet. The shot is up and good. Into a little bit of contact there, but it is 34-21. Back outside. 13-point game. Off the back iron, no good. So Georgetown can't even get the rebound to the miss today to make this one a little bit closer. Silence falls here in DC. Had a couple of quiet crowds here between DC and between Corvallis. Been a lot of disappointed fans heading home, watching their team just getting blown out in this tournament, sent home without much fanfare at all. Back outside, see if Georgetown can do anything with their magic little hats here. Tried to spin inside, working a lot around that three-point arc. Not a whole lot. Defensive foul, so we'll reach in. That'll reset the shot clock. So we're working with 35 seconds again. I took it down by quite a bit last time. Obviously, you wouldn't see that a second time. Second personal foul on number 13. Second team foul of the half. Off the left iron. Put back, so a 4-point play. The most difficult way to get it, I guess. The rarest of plays. And one opportunity that's missed and put back for two. And kinds of goodness. Maryland off the right iron and the front iron, no good. Georgetown, good opportunity here to cut this lead down to single digits. Was 15, now 11 after the very nice offensive possession last time. Two quick passes, or one quick pass inside, I should say. Though it was technically two passes. Doesn't matter. It's 36-27. We'll see what Georgetown can do here to erase this deficit, make this a competitive second half after a pretty dull first half. Maryland in control for a majority of it. Georgetown never really able to take advantage of the lulls that Maryland had, but they've scored 6 in a row here. Back outside, Maryland. Working their way down this shot clock. That's off the left iron, no good. Or the right iron, excuse me, no good. The putback was off the right iron and no good. So 9-point deficit. That's an easy play. Georgetown, just keep running that until they stop you. That's back-to-back possessions where we've seen that. Just completely free offensive player. Nothing doing there. Wasn't sure if it was going to be a 2 or a 3. Didn't matter because it didn't make it. So who cares? 36-29. Shot is up and good. So Georgetown really making a strong comeback here. 10-point run. It's 36-21 not too long ago. Maryland hitting something finally to break the run. Keep that in mind. They scored 2. Offensive foul. Got the shoulder in. They're going to call him for a charge. Unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't undo all the good that Georgetown has done. Lead back up to 9. Was 5. Was 15. Down to 5. Back up to 9. 2 quick passes inside. That one's going to swish in. 3rd team foul for Maryland here in the second half. Shot up and good. So the 3-point play is converted. 40-36 is what we're looking at here. Oh, stripped away by Georgetown. Excellent opportunity to cut it down to 4 here. Bounced around a little bit. Maybe a little nervous that they weren't going to get it. But an incredible 15-4 run here. 15-7 run now by the Georgetown Hoyas to at least make it competitive, make it interesting. Work their way back into this one. Oh, we missed the dunk. Oh no. You idiot, you got to put it in the hole, sir. You want the ball to touch nylon, okay? Over the rim, in front of the backboard, through the nylon. Nice block by Maryland. Will be out of bounds, Georgetown. Whipping it around. Nice hammer home. 9-point game, now 7. 4:18 remaining. Second half. Georgetown showing life here. Down by as many as 15 early. A little contact there. They got to get these rebounds. You can't give Maryland extra opportunities, and unfortunately I think we're going to have a glitch, which is really bad for Georgetown because they need as much time on the clock as they can get, and this is going to burn 35 seconds off this clock, and they'll get it back with about 3:35 or so remaining. Not the biggest deal in the world, but something to keep an eye on here. Oh my goodness! That is a shot clock violation, an incredible block there by Georgetown that I was obviously very much paying attention to and didn't just hear the sound in my headphones and go, wow, react to this very loudly and then pretend like you actually saw it when you didn't. Oh, Georgetown. That was stolen away by Maryland, an easy basket. Tried to say bucket, but basket came out, or tried to say basket, but bucket came out, and it's a whole mess. Georgetown again. They had it all the way down to 5. They had it at 36-31. Maryland is starting to get a little warm from the field. Georgetown's not out of it. It's an 11-point game. They need 5 to 7 points here. They need probably 1 3, couple of 2s, maybe just 2 3s to get themselves into a position here in the next 90 seconds or so to at least have an opportunity. You can't trade 2s for 2s. I mean, I guess you can. I guess you have to be plus 5 to 7 over the next chunk of time. Not enough room there to take the 3. Slides inside, slides back outside. Looking for a lane to run that 2 in, but there's nowhere to go. Nice defense by the Maryland Terrapins, and they're going to get caught in a bit of an issue here with the game. You see that pretty frequently. That one rattles around the rim and just doesn't drop. We saw Georgetown's best run already, unfortunately, and it wasn't even enough, honestly, to tie the game. They were down so big. They were able to get it down to 5, and that was it. So under 90 seconds to go, 85 to be exact. 5-second violation for Georgetown, or for against Maryland, I should say. Can give Georgetown maybe a little hope. That is a tremendously deep and well-covered 3. And that goes down. 51-43, 8 points. We'll see if they do anything here. Trying to get that 5-second violation. We've seen it before. Nice steal by Georgetown. Almost ran it out of bounds. Almost ruined everything for his team. Out of bounds. Georgetown ball. Got separated from him. Only took 6 seconds off the shot clock. Under a minute to go here. 51 seconds. Working it outside. There's a three. It's off the right rim. No good. That was well played by Georgetown. They got the turnover. They took a decent looking three. At least hit iron. So you can do that. I guess. Last opportunity for Georgetown to get a steal on the inbound. Doesn't work. 41.4. But an 8-point game. They almost did not get that rebound. And that missed three really is going to haunt them now. Off that turnover. You got to push the pace here a little bit. Push the pace. You got to go. Not like that. All right. Georgetown, it was nice watching you play. We'll see you next time. Maryland, though, got their own rebound. There are so many offensive rebounds in this game. Okay, shot missed. 52-43 here. They have these little arrows you can push on the sides of the score so you can adjust on the fly. Which is nice. Georgetown, you got to go. If you're going to go, go. Go if you're going to go. That's not really what you're looking for. 52-45. 7-point game. Looks like they'll just not really worry about it. See, that wasn't an offensive foul, and we've seen calls very similar, plays very similar to that, called for an offensive foul. That will end the game. 7 points separate the teams. 52-45 is your final score. Maryland taken out. Georgetown, they will be the 7th team to punch their ticket to the Sweet 16. Let's get going on this final game here. Not that I'm necessarily in a hurry, but just keeping the momentum going, keeping it rolling, keeping the energy going. We have the naked Pittsburgh Panthers taking on the fully clothed Texas. That's the wrong. I am not even where I want to be. Hello. Very clothed Texas Longhorns for the right to host the Maryland Terrapins. We are going to Austin, Texas. We're obviously on the hardest difficulty. We are playing 10-minute halves. And we have one final tickets punch here. Pittsburgh and Texas, the naked Panther, getting the tip here. There's a three for Pittsburgh off the right iron and short. So Texas getting the rebound. That's a deep two because he didn't hear the crowd go three. 2-0. These mascots are colored a little more similarly than I thought they would be. Offensive rebound and put back. Jammed on home by the Pittsburgh Panthers. There's a shot. Looked like a Texas player kind of warped into the area, but all right. 4-2 Texas. The final spot we're handed out today. The Sweet 16 will be all one video coming up on Sunday. And then the rest will be all its own video as well. It's a foul. It's going to be an and one opportunity. The rest will be the Elite Eight Final Four, third place game, and the championship. really runs quick once you get through the round of 64. Round of 64, I've talked about it before, but it's literally half the tournament is just that first round, and that blows my mind. I guess you don't realize how much is happening in the round of 64 during like March Madness, like regular March Madness, because there's like so many games going on like all at once that it's not like you don't register. You're not watching 32 games. It's like, oh, you're watching 10, you know. There we go. You know, there's 4 going on at the same time. So you watch it like you watch it in blocks and everything. Nice block on the 3-point line by Texas, who has a 3-point lead, 7-4. But then you do this, and you're like, that's 32 games. Like half of it takes 16 hours to get through just that. Nice play there. Pittsburgh cutting it in, cutting closer, down to a 1-point deficit here. That's another deep 2 for Texas. You wonder if they should maybe just take a step back and shoot a 3. 9-6. 2.5 minutes gone. Oh, stolen away by the Texas Longhorns. Working around the outside. There was just no one in the perimeter there for a minute. They're going to slide a guy around to try and get him an open look at a 3. He had one, elected not to take it. Took a couple steps inside and took a pretty contested 2. That one did go down for him. So it's 11-6 here. Pittsburgh not looking terrible. Texas not looking great. And we're going to get something. Hello? That's a 10-second half court, apparently. All right, that's the weirdest play I've ever seen. He just didn't throw the ball to his teammate, and his teammate didn't bother to come back and help him. So what wasn't a turnover ends up being a turnover. A very weird situation, and then the Panthers just step out of bounds. (11-6). Around the outside. Looking, that's a wide open 3. Can't leave him that wide open. I mean, there was not a Texas defender anywhere near him. Got the lead down to 2. Texas tries to respond with its own 3. It's short. Maybe that's why they're taking steps inside and shooting 2s instead of 3s. Inside. Pittsburgh can tie it up. Instead, it's going to be the weird glitch kind of situation. I don't even know. Ooh, blocked by the Longhorns in that tie. Dream, you can just kiss it on goodbye. 11-9. Working around the outside. That was way too deep for a 3. Just overran it. Up over the defender's left shoulder. And that'll work for the Longhorns, who are up 13-9. We have a pretty slow-paced game here. We're working towards halfway point of the first half, and we're looking at like a 26-18 game if this pace keeps up. Which I guess isn't terrible for Texas. I guess we've just been blessed with some more high-scoring offenses. That Washington-Miami game was very early, or very good earlier. The tip-off game for this. Working around the outside. Oh, nice steal by Texas. They got the 5-second violation on him, but they're able to get the steal to at least even it out. Make sure that they don't necessarily give up any more points. They don't get points of their own, but Pittsburgh still just kind of working more toward the perimeter. Takes a long time for them to get a play set up. Give that guy the ball more, though. Swishing home a 3-pointer to make it a 1-point game. Shot is good. The video preview on Twitch is surprisingly not that far behind my actual, what's actually happening live. Couldn't get very much on that. A lot of contact. Point guard number 1. First foul, first team foul. First free throw, no good though. Second free throw is good, so that'll cut it down to a 2-point lead. .357 first half. Slide it inside. Nice block by Pittsburgh. Pushing the pace ahead. They're going to have to pull back and not really do anything with it because that was excellent recovery defense by Texas. It was a 3-on-4 at best. That's a huge 3 for Pittsburgh. Just keep giving that guy the basketball. He will keep making threes for you, giving Pittsburgh the lead at 16-15. Texas struggling a little bit here. It was, 13-9? Pittsburgh's made a little bit of a run. Looking at maybe another 3 for Pittsburgh. Off the iron, no good. The putback. Putback rolled all over that rim and just would not drop. Getting the offensive rebound helps, and putting it back in ties the game at 18. 3:02 remaining first half. I guess this is maybe more of a... I think it does more lean towards the, we've seen some pretty explosive offensive performances in this particular part where it seems like this one's slow, but it's actually more likely just a normal pace. Shot up and good. So, 19-18 here. Second shot is good as well. Up over the defender's lowered shoulder. Oh my goodness. Texas just obliterated that guy, and somehow that was not a foul. The guy kind of open in the corner. Oh, why take the guy open in the corner when you can slice and dice a defense like that? That's a fall away too. Hits the left iron just enough. Rattle around and rattle home. Pittsburgh now up 4. It was 18-16 Texas. Pittsburgh 6 in a row. And that was way too deep for a reasonable 3-point shot. Excellent defense on the right side there for the Pittsburgh Panthers, and an excellent block by the Pittsburgh Panthers. Everything about that was excellent for the Panthers. They lead by 4, under 2 to go here, first half. Sliding around outside. They run all their players at once or nobody at the same time. That's a deep 3. The defender kind of just got caught in a weird spot, just kind of in a no man's land situation where he kind of looked, but was I don't know if I can close out correctly. I don't want to leave anybody behind me open. I guess you just kind of deal with it in that scenario. Pittsburgh answers the 3 with a 3 of their own. Pittsburgh's been really good from deep. Texas is probably going to take a good long talk about that, or have a good long talk about that, and fix it in the second half. Okay, all right. You want to get out of the way of the camera? Maybe just a suggestion. 25-21. There's another 3 from Pittsburgh, and they have it nailed from deep. 7-point game. Two quick passes inside. Not a whole lot of defense can do against that. It's just a solid, effective play in this game. 28-23. Pittsburgh can go 2 for 1 if they're quick, but they won't be. There's also no reason, because there's no guarantee that Texas will actually take that much time off the clock. Falling apart over here. My apologies. Hopefully that didn't make you do what I just did. Feels like maybe I need a little caffeine, or need to go to bed. Maybe both. Power through this final 10 minutes and 30 seconds of this part of the series. Hello. Out of bounds, Texas ball. I didn't even see it. I just heard the whistle. All right, Texas, what do you have? Pass inside. Nothing doing there for you. Shoot a half-court three. That one is way short. Somehow that actually, I believe, is points. I believe that counted. It's possible that it didn't. We've seen a couple of shots at the buzzer, but that was one of the more bizarre final shots of the half or of a game that I've seen, just as far as, like, he missed it so badly that the other player was able to run and try and get 2 points instead of the 3. Pittsburgh now up 11, and yet again we have an away team with a double-digit lead, silencing this home crowd. Hopefully we get an exciting second half here. Because I'll be honest, at this point, I do not know if I have enough good games to make a top 5. We have the Florida game from the first half, or from the first round. We have the Georgia Tech game from the first round. But outside of that, I'm not exactly sure what is a real solid game. A turnaround shot there as the shot clock was expiring for Texas. Down to 9. 34-25. Obviously still very much in it, but if you give Pittsburgh open looks like that, you might be in trouble. They've been good as Texas gets a backcourt violation. Pittsburgh has been very good about their three-point shooting and just immediately got the turnover. There is something about the way that this game moves its players around between turnovers that causes a lot of that to happen, where the game doesn't warp players correctly. Instead, it has them run back. But it doesn't adjust the AI's thinking or understanding of where the opposing player would be. So then you have weird situations like that where it's a guy who's hustling back and the computer just whips it into him, where it's like he has no choice but to catch him. Foul on Texas will put Pittsburgh on the line for 2. 36-27. 8:12 remaining. Final takeover punch into the Sweet 16 today. I'll have that full round for you on Sunday. Punch 8 more tickets tomorrow. About 4 o'clock Pacific. If you want to hang out and watch some Fall Guys, you're welcome to. We'll be playing that from about 1:45 to about 3:45. A couple hours of that. We're going to check out the new mid-season update. 3 for Texas off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound gets blocked. Another block, 2 blocks from Pittsburgh on 1 possession. That's going to be an offensive foul somehow. All right. Okay. Yeah, so we'll be checking out the mid-season update of Fall Guys, which I just remembered. I have not checked the Fall Guys store today. I need to do that. I've been in such a good habit of that. And we'll try and conquer the slime climb. Pittsburgh driving inside. 1-on-1. Just kind of an ugly little flip shot there. Gets it to drop. And it's moving between an 11-point lead to a 9-point lead, back to an 11-point lead. And Texas is not doing anything to really cut into it. Plenty of time, obviously. Not trying to rush you. Bevo, though. Texas, jeez Louise. 2-on-1 here. Pass off to the right. No, okay. Just let it on go. And there you have it. A silent crowd here in Austin, Texas. As the Longhorns now down by 13. Continue a really rough day for the home teams. Nice 3 by Texas. Cuts it down to 10. We saw Louisville and Memphis win at home. But other than that, everybody else is Everybody else has won on the road, and a lot of them have been convincing victories. The Wisconsin-Boston College game was maybe the closest game we had. And that one wasn't even close for a while, just because Wisconsin was down by 12 for a bit. They were able to at least make it competitive towards the end, but they just didn't have enough left in the tank. 43-32, 11-point game here. Pittsburgh missing a shot there. Texas. I haven't given up hope on you, but I'm getting close. Getting close. This would not be a game. It would not surprise me if this were a game where the lead alternates between 9 points and 11 points. Texas makes maybe one run and gets it close to 5, down to 5, something like that, and then it just immediately balloons back up. They just can't ever quite get over that 5-point hump. That's okay. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Well, deep 2 for Pittsburgh is no good. Good move by Texas to kind of pull back, wait for reinforcements. 2 quick passes inside off the left iron, too strong. Pittsburgh has to do the same thing. They whip it forward, but not a whole lot doing there. So they'll wait for reinforcements. Out of bounds, Pittsburgh ball. I'm not 100%. Okay, it was Pittsburgh's ball. The ball got loose. The Texas player kind of just bumped into him, which is different than when they actually go run after the ball. Working around the outside. Didn't see the Texas defender right there. Nice pick off there. We see a lot of those in the kind of corner areas. Typically it's on the left side. 3-point opportunity coming up for the Longhorns. Unable to cut the lead down to 6, but 7's good. Pittsburgh, if you're the Panthers or rooting for the Panthers, you really don't want them blowing a lead this late in the game. A lead that big, 11 points with under 5 to go. Down to 9. 2 quick passes inside. Hard to beat, but they weren't allowed to do it. I'm pretty sure the Texas player was pumping himself up because he thought the basket went down, but it did not. And just like that, back to 11. So we saw it get as close as 7. Back out to 11. 2 quick passes inside again. They'll slam it home. When in doubt, jam it home, you know? Just authoritatively put it down. Look around inside. That's a deep 3. That's short. So Texas will get an easy rebound. Like 1-on-2 situation, maybe have to pull, wait for reinforcements. It would have been more even if the player on the right continued their push inside, but instead that's not what they did. They kind of faded back to the 3-point line. Kind of left his teammate in a bad position because instead of it being 2-on-2, it turned into a 1-on-2. It's hard to do a whole lot with that when you're Texas on offense, I should say. I keep saying offensive and defensive players, but they play both offense and defense, so it's not. Pardon me. It's still like, Burt still playing offense, still playing defense. Another foul, second foul for number 33, the center. Texas down to 6. 47-41 with 2:35 remaining second half. Off the right iron, no good. So 1 for 2 from the line. That's worrying. You shouldn't be doing that, Texas. You really need to be picking up as many points as you can from the charity stripe. Foul line. 3 like that is not going to help, and just like that, it's 9. Shoot. Shot no good. Pass to the right. They're going to lead to a foul. Third team foul on Texas here in the second half. feel like that was it. That was Texas's run. There's still time. 2 minutes is gotta take advantage of. Thought that was gonna be a miss. Well, I started my sentence, but just lands right back to 11. And a loose ball. Driving it in. Off the right iron, no good. Offensive rebound. That's going to go off the side of the backboard. Another loose ball grab. That one finally goes down. And it's 52 to 43. Five-second violation. Texas ball. Pittsburgh, what are you doing? All right, Texas, what are you doing? We'll see if Texas does anything. There's no reason for them to do it right at a minute. They can let this clock run down. Oh, they're going to hit a minute, and they'll probably start fouling, which is unfortunate because they'll get right to about 10 seconds. Don't go. Don't go. Oh, they waited even longer. There were under 10 seconds. There was no reason for them to do that. Saw that in one of the earlier games as well, where they just hold off for a few seconds, and you can force them into a bad shot instead of giving them free points from the line. Okay. All right. Texas able to rebound the ball off the missed free throw. They have to push the pace here. They need it. Couldn't even finish my damn sentence. That's an offensive rebound. All right, Texas. God. Free throw is up and good. (54 to 43) here. Don't worry, I can adjust the score so it is accurate. As soon as this game's done, we'll get you caught up on the standings. Pardon me. We'll get you set for tomorrow. Pittsburgh with a steal there. Can't really look at it. 54-43 is our score at the moment. The away teams today, by the way, went 6-2. Memphis and Louisville, the only two home teams to win today. Take a little hook shot. Okay, they'll score 2 more points. 56-43, and then they'll just throw an interception. All right, good job, Texas. 56-43. Pittsburgh is moving on. We have Texas Tech taking on Missouri. That'll be the #1 game tomorrow. Let's see. What else do we have in the round of 32, part 2? We have LSU taking on South Carolina. Georgia Tech, after their incredible win against Arkansas. That'll be game number 3, Georgia Tech, Arizona State. Then we have Temple and Auburn, Southern Mississippi and Florida. Florida with an incredible win over Cincinnati. Dayton taking on UCLA. Connecticut and Iowa State, and then North Carolina taking on Stanford. So we have North and South Carolina represented. We had NC State today, so we have 3 Carolina schools represented here in the tournament's 5th day. Texas Tech, Missouri. Give you something to look at here while I refresh the page. I forget how many. Oh my god, they're the last M. So we'll go ahead and hit the old F5. The Beeb still hanging on in first place with 22 points, though only a score potential of 36. Redneck Girl in second with 21, but 133 point score potential. Their hopes lie with Florida, Washington, and the very Pittsburgh team we just saw. So Washington and wow, three of their Final Four teams are still in. I am in third with 18 points and only a score potential of 28. Blind Guess is brought to you by Harper in fourth with 15 points and a 53-point score potential. Georgia Tech is their important team that they need to get at least to the Final Four. And then It's a Guessing Game rounding out the bracket predictions in at number 5 with 13 points, but a 47-point score potential, which means that they could finish as high as third. So there you have it. That is part number 5 of September Mascot Madness 2, the round of 32, part 1. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow with 8 more games for you, starting around 4 o'clock Pacific time. We'll be playing Fall Guys for a couple hours before that. So if that sounds fun, come by and hang out. So yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you later, YouTube. Bye-bye.